How does one kill their channel in the span of 1 week? Well, we're about to find out today because Don knows absolutely nothing about this situation. Pirate Software being, well, an absolute peak content creator. Honestly, at this point, I feel like I'm very, very invested in everything ever that he has done at the moment. So, I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Oh my god, are you excited, Alicia?
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
And Don's just here like confused. He's like, I don't get it. Why? Why are we doing this? What's happening?
You better find out, man. This is about to get spicy.
Don't worry, baby boy. Just like a lot of you viewers here, if you don't know what this is about to be, and you're like, oh my god, they covering dramas. We covering so much dramas and so much tea right now. How it all started with him not admitting to messing up in World of Warcraft, to him losing his goddamn career right as we speak. It is a journey. It is an adventure, and we're here to lock in. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, baby. Link in the description is the original video, so please support that always. And are you guys ready to bed rot with us, besties?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Don's like,
Don's like, he's like, how can I be excited if I don't know what's going on? Which is so valid. Yeah.
Let's go. I don't. So okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
So you've never heard of Pirate Software before? Like, you don't know any context or ever?
I don't think so. No, I don't. I don't think so. I don't. Doesn't
Maybe
ring any bells in my head.
There's a chance you might recognize him, but if I'm not mistaken, he blew up on like YouTube Shorts. I remember
YouTube Shorts.
They went crazy for him.
Okay.
Yeah. So you let us know if you recognize him at all when you. Yeah, we'll get into it. He's
okay.
He's quite a man of many traits.
They are, the harder they fall. And that phrase is perfect to describe when a massive content creator gets into controversy bad enough to end their career. But when it comes to Pirate Software, he wasn't just a big content creator. He was someone who managed to blow up from 13,000 subscribers all the way to 1.1 million in less than 2 months, taking over.
Damn.
What?
You see that? From YouTube Shorts,
2 months.
He blew up. He was everywhere.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah.
For the YouTube Shorts algorithm at some point, and even making over $50,000 in one Twitch stream. However, he also managed to lose all of that just as fast. His actions didn't just make him unlikable, but it exposed him, both as a brand and as a person, making people realize that they had subscribed to him over lies or exaggerations, and that he never showed his true self until now. You've no doubt somehow heard about this already. So many people are talking about him because it's that much of a crazy story, and so I thought of making a video going back to the first ever incident and how it led us here today. So without further ado, let's do this. All right, so the first question to even ask here is, where the hell did Pirate Software even come from? Well, he created his channel in 2016. And while his channel would grow over the years, it would do so in a very slow manner, reaching 13,000 subscribers after 7 years. But then, at the end of October 2023, he would take a decision that would change his life forever. And that would be uploading highlights of his Twitch streams as YouTube Shorts. These were such an incredible success that for a while they took over the YouTube Shorts algorithm. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised at all if a huge portion of you watching this video right now came across these shorts on your own time. The views speak for themselves with tens of...
You've never seen it?
I've never seen them. I mean, I don't really look on YouTube Shorts anyway, so YouTube is never really something I look at. Yeah, Instagram Reels for me.
Oh, Instagram Reels. Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't think you touch that side. Yeah.
Being exposed to his channel for the first time.
Compared to when he was on YouTube.
But how did he manage to do that when so many others couldn't? Well, many different shorts actually share the same factors. All you have to do is just watch one to understand the appeal. This short right here, titled Social Engineering, has every single one of these factors combined. So let's take a look at it and then I'll explain. Watch.
So when I worked at Blizzard, I had to do a social engineering task where I had to hit customer support, and I had to get 50 questions answered. And let me tell you, I got my questions answered. I shouldn't have. That was the problem. They're not supposed to answer those. And one of the things that I found that was really interesting is people that had been there for 1 year were really, really hard to trick. But people that had been there for 5 years were really easy to trick. What have we learned? We've learned that training is the issue. Everybody that actually worked at the company got training in their first year and then they never got training again. So they became complacent, exactly. The director of CS came and he said, I want the names. And I said, I'm not giving you the names. You're just going to fire those people. And he goes, I'm going to go to your boss. I was like, do it. My boss is like, you got the names? I was like, yeah. And he goes, you going to give them to him? I was like, no. And he goes, he's not going to give you the names, bud. And then I sat down and I was like, look, I'm not giving you the names because if I did, you'd fire all of these people that are your best employees, the ones that have been here the longest. And in 4 years, you will have the exact same problem with the people that are newbies right now. The issue is not the employees, it's your training regimen. I sat down with him, we created a new 6-month training regimen. Guess what? I went back about a year later, did the same thing. All those people passed with flying colors. Not a single one of them answered my questions.
Sounds like such a great guy,
Well,
honestly.
there you have it.
Right? Don, this sounds like such a great, intelligent man, right, Don?
Yeah, I was not expecting. What the fuck? I thought we was playing games. All right. Cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So yeah, he blew up for more of these like industry side videos where it's like, especially when it comes to him just opening up MS Paint and explaining things in a very like simplistic way for like a general audience to understand. Right?
I was a little bit confused there, but yeah. Yeah,
but it's like enough where you're like, okay, I understand 1 year versus 5 years of workplace experience, right?
And he then changed the training regimen to help the people in the 5 years. That's great.
Right?
Yeah,
like you see it, right? Like you kept, even though you know nothing about this industry, you're like, okay, I can pick up along this and keep watching because he's
And
explaining
the
it
thing is,
away.
you're learning something as well, which also entices you to be like, oh, let me click on another video of him because he's intelligent. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right. Yep. Okay.
The deep voice with the confidence and eloquence in his speech, as well as the whiteboard he was drawing
Yeah, his
on
voice
at
is
the bottom
deep as
that
well.
was
I was
meant to
not expecting
soothe
that.
any attention
his voice
span.
is deep.
His voice was
His voice is sure is
deep. I was
deep.
not expecting that. I was right.
That's a deep ass. Yeah, it's a deep voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like,
Gen Z,
raw. His voice sounds deeper than mine.
Yeah. It's yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll wait till it comes up. Yeah.
Well, yeah. We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Have was the perfect combination. Additionally, this story made him out to be a genius, but not just any genius, a noble genius who saved 8 employees from losing their jobs by standing up to
guy.
the evil boss. And where did that boss work? At some unknown company? No, he worked at the grand, prestigious video game company, Blizzard Entertainment. Yes, that's right. This guy right here, talking
Yeah.
in such an amazing, eloquent tone, worked at Blizzard Entertainment. And that's something he would make sure to mention any chance he got.
When I worked at
quick
Blizzard,
question.
I did that for Blizzard. Blizzard
What games did Blizzard make?
Okay. Diablo, Overwatch. Yep.
Overwatch.
World of Warcraft.
Oh, they made WoW.
Oh, the biggest one. Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Hearthstone.
Okay, cool.
But no one cares about Hearthstone. But Hearthstone.
Never heard of it.
Oh.
Never heard of Hearthstone.
It's okay.
Damn, really? Nobody cares about it.
Never
It's
heard
fine.
of it.
It's fine. Just gonna cry.
So he worked at a major company. Okay, fair play. All right, cool.
All right. Yep.
Gives more like validation as well to like what he's saying versus like.
Yeah.
Because you feel like he has
just be
credentials,
So
right?
he saved 8 employees at Blizzard from getting fired.
Yeah.
So he says.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently. Yeah.
Blizzard, 7 years, yeah. Blizzard. I used to work at Blizzard Entertainment.
Anyway, we'll get back to that later in the video. But for now, all you have to
He
understand
said
is
it a
that
lot, boy.
He mentions that more than I mentioned my esports commentary, and that's something.
Well,
That is saying a
250
lot.
trophies. I was gonna say
awesome.
if you mention something that much, it's normally a lie, right? Like if you continuously mention something.
No, it just means
that
it's all you
often.
have.
Oh,
Yep.
that's fair.
Because all I had before cancer was my esports career, so I lean on it a lot.
It would be
I acknowledge it
Yeah.
though.
It'd be like if you meet like, you know, some people or a group of friends or like whatever it is, and you just constantly have to bring out, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Oh yeah, no, I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah,
no, I'm a
yeah.
YouTuber. I also
Yeah.
do. I make videos. Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like
My one's that I'm black. That's all my accomplished.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? I missed that. He said it's what?
this is casually.
Apparently, if you say it in a deep voice and sound confident, it's fine.
Oh,
apparently.
okay. Yeah.
It's clocking on.
these shorts were extremely effective. Pirate Software had gone from 13,000 subscribers to 1 million before the year even ended. That's 2 months, going from 13,000 to
Insane.
1.1 million. And over time, his shorts have racked up almost 2.3 billion views.
Oh my
A massive,
God.
astounding achievement in such a short
His
amount
long
of
form
time.
videos
But YouTube wasn't
don't
the
even
only platform
compare.
that benefited. I
Yep.
mean, these shorts were highlights from his streams, so of course people went to those streams to see the real thing live. And so his
That
Twitch
makes
channel
sense.
went from 400 concurrent viewers to thousands. And within barely 3 months, he was at over 8,000 concurrent viewers. That's top 1% of the top 1%. Now look, of course you might think, well, there are bigger streamers out there. Of course.
But it's still a
even
lot,
those
though.
streamers must have gotten envious sometimes because of how loyal and supportive Pirate Software's community was. On December 2023, he would beat Twitch's hype train record. When enough people donate bits or gift subs, the hype train is activated, starting at level 1. While that's happening, a timer starts counting down to 0. If more people donate, the timer resets and they get to level 2. Pirate Software's community had gotten him to level 55, and they discovered
Damn.
together that level 55 was actually the cap. no one had ever reached a hype train level this high on the entire platform. He had gotten over 7,000 subs and 1.8 million bits.
$50,000 in one stream.
God damn.
That seems kind of light. Really, just 50K for that much?
Oh yeah. Well, Twitch.
I think it sounds like more, to be honest.
That's more than I'm making a year.
Well, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, way to lie, but you know.
That's a lot. Oh my
All right.
God.
Don't just say lies in a video. Don't say lies in a video. Think I won't call you out. That's crazy.
Oh, sorry. No, you're right. Sorry. Wait.
Yeah.
That's more than I make in a year. There we go.
Yeah, Don's lying.
It's 50K in one stream. My God, that's
day.
impressive.
On stream.
Wow.
insane.
Yeah, that is insane.
If you don't know what this means, he had essentially made $50,000 in one stream. This guy's community was so unstoppable.
I'm so glad
that
I'm
it
watching
made-
this video with you guys, by the way. Sorry, I had to pause to say this. I'm so glad to be watching this video with you guys because I was saving it to watch it on my stream. But the fact that you guys want to watch it right now makes me so much happier.
Let's go. Come on.
What's you lot's highest hype train?
My highest hype train, 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What are you
around
facts?
there.
I don't even have notifications set up. I have no idea. Probably like 1.5, maybe 2. I don't know.
I don't know. I think the highest I ever made was like around 600 subs, something like that. When hype train-
600?
Yeah.
Damn, what?
Damn, fair play. All right.
So I don't know. Somewhere's around there. Like I never had like 1,000 sub hype train or something like that. Normally it's because I tell people to just donate to me directly, so Twitch doesn't get shit. You know?
Oh,
Twitch's cut
right.
is insane.
Yeah. So I'm just like,
It's daylight.
Oh, yeah.
send it to the bank account. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
else be aware of his existence. So much so that he actually was able to get nominated to the Streamer Awards in December of 2023. He was barely getting viral, but this is just how influential he was in such a short span of time. But what I want you to understand here is that the Streamer Awards actually have way bigger streamers than Pirate Software and other category nominations. For example, like XQC or Kai Cenat. These streamers would of course send their own communities to go vote for them on the website, and they did so with no issues. But when Pirate Software sent his community to vote for him, they crashed the fucking website. No other content creator has even come close to
that much
crashing the
pull?
website. So it goes without saying that he won the Best Software and Game Development
Wait!
Streamer Award in
Hold on. So there's someone
it
else who
goes
was
without
nominated. Okay. So the person here at the bottom right, oh my god, all these people are really great. So top left is Code Miko. Code Miko made her own sort of like VTuber model that has like
So cool.
that has like the coolest tracking and innovation known to man. She like builds her own software and everything in order to run her VTuber model, has built her own like in-game VTuber platform thing, and
What the
like I'm supposed to test it out with her at some point as well and jump on with her. She is a massive sweetheart and just like one of the most friendly people ever. Doug is one of the coolest content creators. Never have talked to him or associated with him, but I've watched his videos and his videos are freaking sick. What he'll do is he'll like code so that his chat can integrate with whatever the game he's playing. So his chat will command things.
Oh,
So if chat says like police, or they make him say police, like physically, right? If he accidentally slips up and says something because his chat baited him, then it'll spot a bunch of cop cars in GTA. He just said the word. Right?
Okay.
Like
and he
his videos
coded
like
that
that.
himself.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's phenomenal.
Another thing that he's done is where you'll play like Mario Kart and you'll play like 10 different maps at the same time, and it'll randomly switch you between each map at like whatever point you were at. So you have to beat 10 Mario Kart races at the same time. It'll be like you're on one.
Jesus.
So imagine on Rainbow Road for like 3 seconds, it'll swap you to like boom, like you're over in like Wario's like dome stadium thing. That's the big dome, right? And like 1 second later, boom, you're in a different place, and it just keeps doing that. And you have to beat all the races, and like that's like the Doug challenge. Like he's really
sounds really,
innovative.
really cool.
Yeah, and one of his big things is that he integrates his chat and his community as a heavy part of like his content. So like they get to be an active part who gets to like play against him sometimes in games because they could just type in chat. Like he's
that's
that good.
It's so cool. I've
All
seen
right.
ones like don't have to spy him, but like other stuff where like Skyrim mods where like all the NPCs in games were like all the responses were from people in chat. I was like, oh, this shit's hilarious. It was
That's
peak.
so good. So the bottom right is it's like Vidal. I don't really know how to say their name, but they created Neurosama, and Neurosama is a VTuber who's AI, right? But they're the only AI VTuber the community welcomes heavily because it's actually like a massive love and coding project. It's not like, oh, we just slapped AI like content creators. Like it's nothing like that. It's where this guy will fully like integrate, create code, work really hard on creating this model that will like interact with other VTubers and have like a fun time. So it's like his coding is what makes it really special and not it just being some sort of AI who's doing like bullshit on the internet, right? So it's like something the community actually supports. And then Pirate Software just showed up within the 2 months and then got nominated for this. So
That's actually insane.
Popularity,
Bro.
fuck.
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially
Like out of
people crashing down the site.
yeah. So it's like these three are so established. It's in Code Miko especially. Like Code Miko really made a big difference. And Doug is really well integrated with the community that was running this awards because it was run by Cutie Cinderella. So like and Doug's friends with like Ludwig and everybody. So more often than not, the fans who know Cutie and know Ludwig are gonna vote for him in particular. So people are expecting him to win.
Pirate Software still won it. Damn.
And Pirate Software still won it because his people really came in droves.
Saying that he won the Best Software and Game Development Streamer Award in 2023. He wasn't just absolutely killing it.
There's
The
Dan
guy was
Clancy.
speedrunning
With his
being
cowboy
a content
hat.
creator,
That's the
getting to a
CEO of
million
Twitch.
subs, getting hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitch,
Yeah.
winning streamer awards, and beating records when it came to donations on Twitch. So of course, I say this with no exaggeration, the sky was the limit and the guy was barely getting started. If he could achieve that in just a couple of months, what could he achieve in years? Would he become a legend? Achieve stardom? Either way, he was unstoppable until he wasn't. And he had no one to blame but himself. The first incident that would begin his cataclysmic downfall was, in the most ironic way possible, in a World of Warcraft dungeon.
That's right, Don. This guy rose up over a million subscribers in 2 months and is about to start the downfall of his career from World of Warcraft drama. I'm not kidding. Not because he's a nonce, not because of some other crazy allegation. It's World of Warcraft drama.
But how could you, how can you
Exactly.
destroy your career from World of Warcraft? Just play the fucking game.
Just play the fucking game is right, buddy. You're right. You're right. And you're about to find out.
Dungeon. Yes, Blizzard Entertainment's biggest game of all time. And it would become his worst nightmare.
I've
Guys,
still
I
never
don't
played
think
this
World of
game.
Warcraft needs any introduction, okay? It came out in 2004 and revolutionized gaming forever. Many games tried to copy it, many games tried to compete with it, they all died, and this game is still alive today in 2025. Now, throughout the years, it has received many different expansions, 9 in total. And while they would add more content, quests, story, sometimes new races, sometimes new classes, some of them would also permanently alter the game's fundamental mechanics. In other words, the game that you're playing now in 2025 is vastly different from the game that you would have played on release day. One could even go as far as saying that they're completely different games at this point. Seeing that so many people's most meaningful gaming experience while they were growing up was World of Warcraft, a lot of them yearned for nostalgia. A lot of them wanted to relive those days when all they had to do was worry about mechanics from 10 or even 15 years ago. This would result in the rise of WoW private servers, unofficial servers ran by fans in which they would use old versions of the game. At some point, Blizzard would start taking down some of the most popular private servers and would cause community outrage, with many asking Blizzard directly, well, why are you going to take them down, seeing that there's demand for them if you're not going to make one of your own? And so they took their sweet time, but eventually, in the year 2019, they would launch World of Warcraft Classic, bringing back World of Warcraft exactly how it was back during patch 1.12.1 of September 2006, before the launch of its first ever expansion. It would run in parallel to the normal
paying a WoW
World of
subscription is
Warcraft
just
of
always
today,
mandatory.
and would slowly re-release its expansions, allowing people to relive them once
But
more.
that even back in the old
In the
days.
summer of 2023, World of Warcraft Classic would release the Hardcore Realms game mode. These are separate servers from normal ones in which you can create a new character, but if you die, you lose that character forever. Hence why it was called
fire.
Hardcore. And
Yeah.
this is where Soda Pop
That's the reason why when we were talking about Baldur's Gate, I was like, oh, we should do a hardcore run. So stuff like that's like usually just where if your character dies, it's a permanent character death, right? You just can't come back.
Yeah,
and
that's
that
fire.
happens.
I like
so,
that stuff.
Yeah, so like people like will grind out hours into building their character. And especially if you're a content creator, like, do you know how much time it takes to build your character back up if your character dies to go play with your friends again on stream?
Wait a minute. Is this the guy? I think you not spoke about this before.
We did.
He was in a World of Warcraft game and he ran away and let people die or something like that, right?
Hey, Don listens
like,
to us.
Something about it was something about yeah. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. I listen to you
Yeah,
guys.
that's the
Come
guy.
on.
Yep.
So,
And it only gets worse.
It only gets worse though.
It only gets worse. That's just the start of it.
That's just the start. Yeah. So
This is
like
nothing.
So just like I'm gonna like sum up a little bit what Mujin's talking about here before like just kind of like jump ahead a little bit. Is that so Soda Papa, the person you see on your screen right now, is one of the largest World of Warcraft streamers in the world. Massive streamer. Sorry, not the world because China's demographic also has a larger creator, but that's besides the point. One of the largest for like North America and Western world in general, and one of the largest on Twitch in general, I should say. Anyway, so he started his own guild, right? Called OnlyFangs. Get it?
creative.
And in that was a massive content creator guild, right? That he ran and that he was like guild master of. And people like have applications put in to join this and make their own hardcore characters and like grind it on stream. And it made for really great content because if you had drama or beef in game, it would turn out to be like really great stuff that would show up on like LSF, which is a subreddit like called Livestream Fails, which would help blow you up even more. So it's like content creators playing a hardcore game in which there's permadeath. It makes for a good time and great clip content, right? So that is where our journey continues. So I'm going to click forward a little bit so that you know how OnlyFangs has kind of begun. And now I'm going to let him go into him talking about mechanics probably.
The amount of streamers that participated in this season 2 was insane. There are streamers here who had never even played World of Warcraft that were huge in games that they played. Some were League of Legends pros, some were Counter-Strike pros, and the list went on. It was an astounding amount of people.
That's a big ass. Oh my god.
One of the many big streamers that had joined OnlyFangs was none other than Pirate Software. Seeing that he had built such a massive influence over the year of 2024, adding him to the guild was seen as a net positive. It was seen as a good thing until one day it wasn't. The maximum level you could reach in World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore was level 60, and getting there, just by itself, is already an ordeal that lasts dozens of hours and sees you try your best to not die. Now, Dire Maul is a dungeon that you can only access if you're level 58 at the minimum, and its appeal is the amount of great gear that it drops. Dungeons are typically ran by 5 people, so Pirate Software and 4 other streamers decided to take this on in order to get better gear. Now usually, when you're in a dungeon or a raid, there's always a team leader, someone who calls the shots. It's a very stressful role, especially in a raid when you're managing a couple dozen people, and it's even crazier in hardcore World of Warcraft because whatever you decide might affect the accounts of the people playing. One wrong move and they lose dozens of hours of progress, and it's all on you. I'm saying this because I want you to bear in mind that Pirate Software is not the group leader here. But as silly as this sounds, the beginning of Pirate Software's downfall was because of this dungeon and what you're about to see here. The YouTuber Dev, otherwise known as Short Fat Otaku, great name by the way, combined the perspectives of everyone who was streaming in the dungeon minus one person. One of them was Pirate Software on the top right. As you're watching this, you're going to hear the team leader say, run. In World of Warcraft dungeons or raids, this means retreat, but help each other retreat. Not every man for himself. Don't care about your teammates. You're meant to...
Which is like kind of common sense, right? Like if we're playing any video game and everyone's like, yo, run, let's get out. Yeah, Don, you a hoe. You're a little bit different. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, I'm turning and I'm gone. If you're telling me to run, it's every man for himself.
But do you know what? For example, when you've done like Destiny shit, right? And someone's like, can you help me with this? Or like, can you throw this ability? Or can you do blah, blah, blah? You would still do that even if it was endangering you, right?
Yeah.
Like it's risky, but you would do it to make sure it helped the other person too, because it's a raid.
Yeah,
right?
like I'll throw a grenade back or something like that. Yeah.
Like
But
you're still running, but you'd still help them as you were leaving, right?
Yeah.
See, so you're not him then.
I don't know. But the thing is, in the
bro didn't even throw the grenade.
I'll revive.
Yeah, like
in a hardcore thing.
Oh,
I don't know, but I also think to myself that in a situation, because I've never been in a situation where I've done a hardcore world, so it's hard for me to like comprehend. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know.
I think a better way to put it would be like, imagine we're all doing a game of content together, right? And we put hours and hours into it, and you know that if one of our characters dies, that we can't run this game together like before. You'll have to grab someone else to replace that person because they can't level up fast enough to play the next day. Would you try to save that character, right?
I think I would attempt to, because then if you die, there's no point. There's
no point in even doing it, right? Like you'd have to replace me or something, and that's like ridiculous, right? So think of it more in that perspective. These people are collaborating together and working together in this game, and they know it's content based. And if that character dies, that person has to level up a whole new character, which means that they're absent from doing these sorts of raids and dungeons for a while.
Long. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, if you take it from the content creator's perspective, it might help you also kind of realize it's more than just, oh, me playing with my friends and fucking around. It's, oh shit, this deters from their job now because of the decision I'm making. Yeah.
Stick around, try your best to outmaneuver the enemies while making sure your teammates also make it out with you. But as you might guess, that's not what happened here at all. Watch.
God damn
Run,
it.
run.
Just run. Guitar, are you dummy?
All right, so he said run. The team tries their best to make sure that they all get out.
So bro in the bottom right was biting his arm. I got so distracted by that. Did any of you guys see that?
No.
No? Okay, I
was
need to go back.
looking at.
This motherfucker biting his arm. What the fuck is happening down here? What is happening? Hey, freaking.
The team tries their best to make sure that they all get out together.
But my man is gone.
Any grenades, anything?
You can just
Heal him.
Yeah, you just heal me. Just come back a little bit.
Oh.
On me, sitting barefoot.
Snappy, just run.
Nah, he's gone.
He's so
out.
Bro,
running in the 90s.
this is savage, but come on,
Innovate you?
man.
Kill
So his teammate told him, Pirate, why are you walking, bro? This is salvageable. Come on, man. He doesn't care. He keeps running all by himself.
Just kill the mastiffs.
Innovate.
Innovate the healer. Kill the mastiffs. We got this. In a sense of...
Or something?
Do you see my mana? What am I supposed to do for you?
Just kill the mastiffs. One shot. Okay, we
More
pulled
on
another
the way,
pass
more on the
right
way.
now. The mastiffs can be ice novas.
Look at him. He's just standing there drinking some shit, vibing. He's just...
What the fuck?
The thing is, like, after I could see potentially like you running away, scared or something, but after you've been told by like a lot of people, yo, like,
Yeah, you're gonna help.
help.
I feel like
Help.
at that point, like, fuck it, yeah, cool. But can wait. I don't know what. I've never played the game. Is there something he can do?
Yes.
Looking at his screen, there's something he probably knows there's something he can do.
So the thing is, right, is like, I know from Hearthstone terms, so knowing this for World of Warcraft is very weird for me, right? I don't really know World of Warcraft like that. But like Ice Nova / Frost Nova, they're two different things, two different level skills. He can use that to CC them, crowd control. So you know when the characters get slowed in a game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they get slowed or frozen or affected like that. Well, that's called crowd control. So he has abilities as a mage to slow down the enemies so that his friends can get out.
Can escape. And he doesn't do it.
And he can cast it at range. He doesn't have to be close.
Do it as well.
And he just
Yeah.
he's just
One of them
smiling
has to be
and like,
close.
what can I do for you? It's diabolical.
So his health
behavior.
is super low. It is, right?
I don't even know where his health is, but
His
yeah.
health is literally 1 HP. Literally. And his mana is low, but he uses his mana to blink away, which costs mana. And he also has mana regeneration items. So he could increase his mana, stay at a distance, and try to cast at least something. Some of them are closer range casts, but he does have stuff that is far away cast that he could do.
His mana is HP. Oh, I see it now. Yeah. But, okay.
But to be fair...
I'm not trying to defend him.
Okay, yeah.
1 HP is potentially terrifying, though.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that's important too is that it's okay to make a mistake in a video game. Even if you fuck people over in a video game, like Dawn. If you let Fax and I die in a permadeath hardcore game that we spent hours in, sure, we'd be like a little bit pissed off. But like, it's a fucking video game.
Apologize.
Right?
Like, after you'd be like, oh, my bad, at least.
Yeah, right?
You'd be like, oh, I fucked up.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because he'd be
He's
like,
only saying that because it's us, but he would, all right?
he
He'd
would.
just be a little
Yeah,
shit.
he's being a little shit.
No, I would. Yeah.
Because like Dawn's someone who like shows up like 30 minutes late to a recording session, goes, I'm so sorry, guys, you know, I really didn't, guys, like he's like that. He's like a very sweet person. He just acts like a dick online. But
I don't know what they're talking about. They're like,
oh yeah, of course. So,
I say we should be here at this time. I'm sorry.
no, of course. Yeah. So basically it's like you're man enough to be like, okay, you know what, I fucked up.
Yeah, I made
panicked.
a mistake. I put it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
like, again, it's a video game. Just own up to your shit and it's fine. No one cares. It's not that deep. It's annoying. It's frustrating, but it's like people can move on from that.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna wait.
Sarah?
Oh.
Okay, get out.
He's
Run.
gone.
He keeps running.
Evocation's like
No.
that, man.
So evocation is something that can help replenish his mana. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, and
You
he's
have a
fully
boss
out
in
the
you
dungeon.
called run.
Getting slowed.
Fuck. Wait.
Anything for me?
Snappy. Oh,
I
no.
don't think...
Oh,
I
he
cannot
died.
stun him.
Does he normally
And
play
he's just
WoW?
drinking
he
a.
would-
So,
Does he
Man,
normally
just
play
sipping
WoW?
a drink and chilling, and my man just died. So that's what. And what's it? Level 60 is the height. So they're all. This is the 58 level dungeon. They're all what? Probably 60.
Yeah,
They've
they're all
spent
max.
hours.
Yep.
I don't know how long it takes to grind, but I'm usually, if you're level 60, it's going to take you a while to grind up.
Yep. And again, they're doing this in a content creator guild. So you just took
my
away
God. So
hours of
everybody's
their-
streaming.
Everyone's streaming.
Everyone's streaming this. Everybody can see what bro's doing.
Yes.
Like,
The
damn.
thing is with me though, if I put that much hours into something and someone has made me die, I'm finding you and we're throwing hands. Like I've just beat it. Like even like playing Destiny now, and I'm spending time on it. And
if you were to
if that was
read-
one life, I'm fine. We're throwing hands. Like, we've got to fight. At this point, it doesn't even matter if you're sorry or not. We've got to fight.
Imagine Disney like spending all that time, new DLC, going all the way up until a raid. You finally start the raid, somebody dips, and then you have to go create a new character, and then all the way over again.
Yeah,
Like
we've
another
got to fight. Yeah, no,
2-3 weeks.
we'd actually have to fight because I've just because then it's not even just about the level. You got to find the right gear. You've got to find the right
Yeah.
weapon.
Jobs
That's a
matter.
good point.
Jobs matter.
gotta-
Yeah.
Think about that.
You've then got to farm all the. I don't know if there's materials in WoW, but if there is, you got to find the materials to get potions or healing
mind-numbing
potions
shit.
or
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, now you're really feeling it now. Okay, I can tell now that you're like you're more invested now because you're realizing,
we've
shit,
gotta
if that
throw
was
hands.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we would have to fight. That's at least 100. No, yeah, but we'd have to fight. We would have to. Even if I lost.
Facts,
Even
we
if I
got him just
lost.
as invested as us now. He's just as invested now.
He's locked in.
He's locked in.
And he's just sipping a drink. Yeah, we'd have to fight. We'd have to fight. Bro, we're just like, no, we're fighting. No, we're fighting. Nah.
massive fuck up, didn't it?
Yes, it did, short fat otaku. Bear in mind, Pirate Software's excuse here was, I have no mana, I can't help you, when he clearly had 2 items in his inventory that could bring back up his mana. He could have totally helped and saved his 2 teammates that ended up dying, losing all their progress. This was a disaster. One of his teammates, Yamato, on the left here, confronted him and was asking him what happened, like what's going on? And this was what Pirate Software had to say right after the fact.
You instantly ran. You didn't even look
As much
back.
as you're angry right now, of course I ran.
I'm not angry at all.
You
I'm not angry at all.
overpulled 2 packs. You overpulled 2 packs and a boss. I had 1,400 mana left. I had to spend all of that mana to try and put it on Blizzard to save you guys in the first place, and nothing left. You weren't paying attention to party resources. You overpulled, and you weren't paying attention to where the boss was. That's not on me.
Bro, so
2
he's
of his
deflecting
teammates
as
pretty
well.
Much- It's a team thing, brother. Wait, what?
Dude,
But you had, but you're not saying that you had the 2 MP things to make your HP go, your MP go back up. You're not saying that.
Yeah.
When he had, and then there's the evidence right there. Like what? Like why
Yeah,
would you
like-
say
It's
something's
being
not true when
streamed.
you're streaming? Like
Yeah.
Did no one on stream? Did no one on stream bring this up to him? No one went, brother. But you had the. I guess it's his streaming. Look at it. You gotta suck him off in it. Yeah,
They're all
fair,
sucking
fair.
him off. Look, they're like talking about the other guy. Like, oh, that dude's being a bitch. Lol. Look at it. This is chat. Like, they're completely acting like they're like he's
This is-
totally
They
this
never
is-
be wrong.
This is the issue sometimes. Like I get that you look up to someone you're in their stream, but you need to understand where they fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like I get it. You support
My
him, you
streamer
like
can
him.
do
It's like-
no wrong, Donathan.
Yeah,
Nah,
I feel like we should.
that's like loving Diddy's music and still supporting him now.
Okay, but be real. What Diddy music? Okay, that motherfucker's a producer. Fuck that guy. All right.
No,
No
he
one's
got
like,
some
oh,
okay songs though.
name 3.
I have no idea.
I unironically hit you with a name 3, but genuinely, yeah.
What's that song called?
If you're gonna say every
That he's
breath you
gotta
take,
play? Yeah,
every breath you take doesn't count. You know why?
Wait, that wasn't
He-
from him though, right?
It's not his song.
he sampled the thing, but he's paying the brother.
Well,
Yeah, he paid him
originally,
mad money.
yeah.
He said
But
he
now-
gets 2K every day from that song. So
Yeah,
technically,
oh yeah. The
Okay,
guy,
so
technically- yeah,
original
so
artist makes
technically he's-
all royalties off that, yeah.
but it's still his song if he's paying him for it.
Yeah, but it's just someone else's song. It's not even a sample. It's the whole ass song.
A couple songs with Biggie. Can't remember the names, but you know.
Okay, yeah. You know why?
All right, fine,
'Cause he ain't relevant.
Because Biggie's in it. Yeah.
Because Biggie's in it,
Fair,
right?
fair.
That's the reason why.
True.
Yeah, okay.
All right, you know, Every step you
Take,
take.
right? And the part that you like about it is not his part.
It's not even the other one.
Oh my god, you're absolutely
original.
right. Oh,
Yeah, exactly, man.
absolutely right. Every single day, every night I. Alright, sorry. Let's go.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and now you're now it's all clicking. Yeah, see?
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, true. Yeah, fuck Diddy. All right, fair play.
Everything. He very clearly ran on his own when he could have just said, you know what, look, yes, I panicked, I screwed up, my bad, sorry.
Yeah.
But he instead decides to blame his entire team
Deflection.
except for himself. It was your guys' fault for pulling in the
He's
enemies.
moving
It was
like my
your
mum with
guys'
no
fault for
accountability.
calling run in the middle of a fight.
Yup.
It was your guys' fault for this and that. This was very weird behavior. I mean, this is just a game. And he was acting like if he apologized.
But real! But real! drink and breathe! Drink and breathe!
Oh,
I was for up.
God damn.
My mom watches these videos as well. She's gonna fucking call me.
She
fuming.
watches these videos? Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Don's mom. I would never say something slanderous or bad about you.
I will. Don't worry.
Same.
We'll keep her up.
Same.
As long as you don't listen to the podcast, maybe I'm, we're chill.
Hey yo.
Oop.
He would be committing a cardinal sin or something. It made his teammates very uncomfortable to the point where the guild leader had to step in. Now, Soda Poppin was initially the guild leader, but then, unexpectedly, he dueled Tyler 1, who had leveled up to level 60 and became...
Okay, but sidetrack for a second. Do you guys know who the fuck Tyler 1 is?
He looks familiar, but I don't know who he is.
He's somebody who hit Challenger in every single lane in League of Legends, every role, okay?
Oh, he's that guy.
Literally,
Wow.
one of Challenge is the highest level you can be, like the highest rank you can be. He plays ranked.
yeah.
Imagine hitting like GM and imagine hitting global elite. But imagine you do that for in every single position.
Well,
How many are there in the league?
5. You have jungle, top, mid, bot, which is like ADC or hyper carry, and then you also have support. And he's done it in every position, including support, which is really hard because you can't really. Yep, but he got it done. He's that good.
What?
He's also somebody who picked up chess on a whim and started fucking rocking people, and not just content creators. He started playing actual legitimate people. Yeah.
He's just good at everything. One of those
He's
guys,
he's
Another
one of
Alicia.
those brains. No, I'm nothing compared to him. I'm literally zero compared to him. This man is genuinely a genius and a total head, which is why he's so fun. He just shrieks on a shitty Xbox mic, but he's so brilliant. It's so fucked. Dude looks like a whole ass thumb, but he's so smart.
Damn.
Yeah. He's so muscular. He must be stupid. He's brilliant. He's so smart. We have to do a reaction to Tyler 1 clips.
Yeah, no, I'm down. If he's that good, so I had a package be different. Yeah, if he's that good, my god. Yeah, I'm down.
Actually built different. He had a controversial past, but I feel like it's kind of how I feel about Speed. It's people can have a controversial past, but if you're up on the up now, I don't really care about what you did in the past. I just care about who you are now.
He's learned from it and he's grown from it, I'm assuming. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I think he's a dad now and stuff, and he's I don't know, he just seems like a more put together person in general, and just
and he probably doesn't leave his teammates on WoW either, does he?
Nah, yeah. So remember what I told you about Soda Poppin before, right? One of the largest WoW streamers in all of Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guild master for OnlyFangs. What you're gonna get now is Tyler 1 just picked up this game, brand new, leveled up because he joined his friend in OnlyFangs, and this is where we take off from.
Became a very important member of the guild in a fight that would determine who the new guild master would be. What no one was expecting, though, was that Tyler 1 would beat Soda Poppin, becoming the guild master. Seeing that this was becoming a big guild issue, he had to step in and brought both Yamato and Pirate Software into a call in order to squash the beef once and for all. The result? A catastrophe. Watch.
What do you want, man? Let me say it again.
He already said his piece.
Pirate.
Go on.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear God.
I want to speak to him because I didn't speak to him correctly. I said it again. We all did mistakes, bro. I didn't say we are just blaming you. It's about the zero accountability is what makes us so mad.
There's no zero accountability, dude. Everyone can do something better. But when you open up and you yell over another person
listen,
like you
can
were doing
I
earlier,
speak?
Nah, I'm good.
You
See ya.
Remember? He said said when you talk over somebody else when they're trying to speak, when he just cut off the other person. The other guy, Yamato, was talking. He cuts him off to be like, this is what happens when you cut off someone when they're trying to speak. Bitch, you're doing that right now. And then he leaves call.
I'm not doing that shit again with him. Nah, he did it the first time. I'm not doing it a second one. Not interested.
I mean, this is so weird. Yamato was being as mature as possible here, saying, listen, this was all our fault. We're not blaming you. We just want you to admit,
we're mad about your accountability,
that we all screwed up, and he couldn't even say that. Leaving the call like an immature, disrespectful baby as Yamato was talking. This not only...
Okay, Mugen Slay. Just putting it out there. Okay, eat up, girl boss. He's like, oh, disrespectful, immature baby. Okay, girl. Eat him up.
Dungeon teammates the wrong way. It rubbed the entire OnlyFangs guild, as well as the viewers, the wrong way. As criticism was mounting, Pirate Software was for the first time confronting massive controversy coming his way. At any point in time, he could have just simply apologized and moved on. Instead, he only chose to double down, playing the victim and saying that other streamers in OnlyFangs just want to cause problems with him for no reason whatsoever.
Content is causing drama and problems. There's a lot of streamers actually in this guild that want to cause problems specifically with me, and have even stated so publicly on their Twitch, saying that they want to have a fight with me for content. That's not content. That's dog shit.
No, I mean, that is content, but that... I mean, what?
Not gonna be a part.
Even if you disagree, even if you disagree with it, right? Even if you still like, I fully, I think I'm in the right. You still at least apologize. Be like, okay, dude, my bad that it came across that way.
Yeah. Honestly, like, it's one of those situations. Yeah. Because, like, even if you think you did the right thing at the end of the day, which everyone else says you fucked up, but even if you believe truly did the right thing, all you have to be is like, you know what? I am sorry that your guys' characters died. I really thought I did the right thing, though. Right?
Yeah. You'll still apologize for the least their character's death. You know what I mean? You'll like, at least be like,
something like. And you're like, maybe I could have done something, but I really thought I was in the right. You know what I mean?
And
Don's hands coming up again. He said, no.
I don't care. We would have thrown hands. Like, it's not even... It's to the... One, if my character died, and two, you acted like this, I would have just flown out to you and thrown hands. It don't matter. I think that's how mad I would be.
And rock your ish.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He's in America. He probably has a gun there, innit? Yeah, maybe not. I wouldn't do that.
Seriously, why would maybe not unprovoked for no reason whatsoever? What a cruel world we live in. The bulk of these events would unfold from January 10th to January 12th, 2025. By that time, Pirate Software would have received so much criticism, so much hate, that he felt compelled to post a long tweet explaining his point of view on Twitter, saying, to those trying to character assassinate me online for a bad pull in Dire Maul WoW Hardcore, this is Hardcore WoW and a lot is on the line when you step foot into a dungeon. Here is a light breakdown of the last 24 hours. Our party went the wrong way and overpulled multiple packs with the boss. The shot caller made the call to run, then went back on that call. During the run out, another pack was pulled as we had opted to skip it previously, which is never a good thing. Communication was completely broken throughout this, and it was our second time failing the dungeon. Everyone played poorly, and 2 people ultimately lost their characters for it. Each person in this group made mistakes, including myself. I have never once said I was perfect in my play, nor that I was a god gamer. I'm just an ex-Blizzard employee that has played Mage for a long time. To pin that on a single person is absurd at best, and if you're calling for death and cancellation over it, you're too invested in this content in a very unhealthy way. If you're a creator engaging in this kind of behavior, then eventually your content wave will end, but the relationships you've sullied will be permanent. Hope it was worth it for you. To those
the irony, holy shit.
The irony is crazy, right? But also, just one thing, like I want to put out there for people like watching and stuff is that like, yeah, death threats and like threatening is never warranted, right? But as a content creator, we get that shit all the time, right? It's just whenever you get into any sort of shit, the first thing that's gonna happen is a death threat. Bro, I watched My Hero Academia and I was like, oh, I like Bakugo, and people were like, I'm going to kill you. I was like, holy shit, rabid 14-year-olds just melting down, bro, right? So it's like. At the end of the day, am I like, oh my God, like, it hurts. Like, it's like, no, dude, it kind of just is what it is. Whenever you get into some shit for having an opinion or doing something, people are going to be weird, right? It's going to just happen. And especially like, I mean, you guys, I don't think you guys have, I don't know, you guys have experienced a little bit of drama here and there, right, for YouTube, right? I'm sure you got some like weird ass people who are very like attacking and harassment, and like you've dealt with like the weird side, right?
Yeah.
I know, Don, you don't really read your comments that much, so I think it's hard for you to say.
Probably. I mean, I do. The first 10 minutes of comments I read. But anyway, no, probably.
Yeah.
No,
Which,
no,
by
I
the
can't-
way, actually helped my mental health so much by reading only the first 10 minutes of comments because of like.
Oh,
it's always,
yeah. Because it's normally day ones, and then obviously it depends if I ask a question for a comment, I'll go back and
well, you guys
check
are
the
awake
read
when
and
your
stuff.
videos come out, eh?
Yeah.
I'm not, bro. I uploaded
so
like
funny.
2 a.m., 3 a.m. my time, whatever. Like,
He's like, what? What's it like being awake?
time zones.
Yeah, I just try to check the first 10 and be like, oh yeah, nice. And then I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like, again, like as content creators, that's one of the things that you're just gonna have to go through. I don't think it's okay or acceptable for people to do that to you, but it is something that's gonna happen. And anytime there's a controversy, one of the first things people go is like they victimize themselves. They go, well, I'm getting death threats and this fucking sucks. And it's like, hold on. We're just talking about you apologizing for a shit that you did, right?
Yeah.
That does suck, but that's entirely separate from the situation. The situation at hand is with your actions. Apologize for your actions, right?
Yeah.
So the same concept as that, right? I mean, it's kind of similar to like when like I had my shit go down with someone who clickbaited my cancer and all that nonsense, right? And Mujin made a video that had like, a section about me and that going on, and which is this creator we're watching. In that, one of the things I told my community in my own video was like, don't send death threats or like any hate towards her, the person who did this to me, because she's gonna end up making herself into the victim. And in this situation, I'm the fucking victim. So don't do it. I'm not gonna say it because we're better people. I'm gonna say it so she can't fucking victimize herself for no reason. Right?
Yeah.
Because that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
She's gonna flip it and be like, oh my god, I'm being attacked. It's like, no,
Yeah,
dude.
that's true.
Like you're monetizing my like debilitating health problems. Fuck off. Like it's not about you. Say sorry. Still hasn't said sorry, by the way. So yep. Still never made an acknowledgement
Jesus.
statement or anything. Just acted like it didn't happen. Yep.
Wow.
Love that.
Trying to defend me, don't worry about it. This too shall pass. Do not attack anyone else on my behalf. I've always hated that kind of behavior. I have no intention of stopping making things or not doing stuff as I have already been. Those who are banned will stay so. I've never liked that kind of knee-jerk reaction behavior in our community before, and I will not be changing that now. For those that don't understand why they will stay banned, we had a 10-hour-long hate raid over it live on Twitch. We had to ban nearly 4,000 accounts across all platforms, and our moderators received death threats regularly throughout it all. People called for me to be killed both in-game and out of game. They tried to get me
So one thing about the 4,000 bans is that he had it auto banned anyone who used the word mana.
Wait, what?
So that's why there was 4,000 bans, by the way.
Oh, what?
It wasn't-
That's so manipulative.
It wasn't just clicking ban on each person. It's because when people would come in there and be like, hat mana, right? To fuck with him. But he's
I don't think
acting like
it's
it's 3 steps above that. Just to clarify what happened back when this was happening. Because I was actively invested when this was happening. Because I
So
had
he's
friends who
just-
were in OnlyFangs and they were like, oh
He's
my God,
being
girl, the
very
tea.
dramatic.
Yep.
All right, okay.
He also had on his screen the amount of bans. He would be proud of how many people he banned in a stream. So he'd have like a number and a counter over time. Not during this time period, but I don't remember when, but eventually he added on a counter for how many people he's banned.
Okay.
So like that's something he takes pride in. It's not like he's like, mind you, he definitely did get harassed. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying the number looks that egregious because he made it that egregious. Like he amped it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they
Yeah.
mentioned it in this one, but something to do with like the game review portion, he lied about that one as well. Like, he overinflated how much they were getting. Like,
Oh, when
review
it comes
runs.
to like I forgot what the company's called.
yeah, that one.
Yeah, the
Ludwig thing.
The Ludwig company. Yeah, I just forgot the name of it. Yep. I almost got it, but nope.
They tried
Slipped
to
my
make
mind. Slipped my mind.
disparaging comments about our ferret rescue or that we somehow hurt animals. They tried to spread rumors saying I was convicted of felonies and many other things. The internet hate machine will not defeat me or the community that supports me. See you in WoW Hardcore tomorrow. So this was posted on January 13th, 2025. And while he did admit that everyone in the group made mistakes, including himself, it truly didn't feel genuine. It seemed like it was absolutely impossible for him to just say, I'm sorry, I misplayed. He just couldn't do it. Someone pointed that out, saying, where's the I messed up? And Pirate Software said, apparently you have no idea how to read, hope this helps, highlighting the paragraph in which he said, each person in this group made mistakes, including myself. Again, it was worded in a disingenuous way. He just couldn't take individual accountability here, no matter what.
I get it that like I hit you during the fight, but we have problems to work out. We're both not perfect. You know? We're both not. It's like, yeah, like you yelled at me and like we're both not perfect. And yeah, we make mistakes, you know? That's that energy. It's like, bro! It's so stupid.
Top comment was a live streamer known by Joker D saying, just take the L, it's not that hard, to which Pirate Software said, hope this was worth it for you. So overall, this entire response
Ego!
didn't really help him at all. And even if it did, he would single-handedly ruin any progress it might have had in the coming days. He would double down, triple down, quadruple down, quintuple down, and eventually sextuple down, only to call OnlyFangs a content guild built on hate.
Maul.
No
And a lot
shot.
of it was from a rogue that was bitching the entire time about every goddamn thing that was going on except for his own play. But the mage is the one at fault because the mage is the hero class and the mage has to do everything perfectly. Everyone in that played badly. The druid butt pulled an extra pack on the way out. The tank chose to take us into a bad route through the entirety of the dungeon, pulled 2 packs and the boss at the same time. I, as the mage, went into that fight with 40% mana, tried to use my resources, used them poorly, and got myself out when the call was made to run, which, by the way, was made by them as well. Everyone played badly. In fact, the only person who didn't was the healer. And I explained that in the Twitter post, but no one wants to hear that shit because they want it to be a double down, a triple down, a quadruple down. They want to have a villain. They want to have an enemy. They want to fight that shit into the ground. They want to send death threats to people over it because they're goddamn insane. Because this guild has turned into a content guild built on hate, not a content guild built on experiences. Because they're freaking monsters, dude.
It's just crazy how we got to this point and we're not even halfway through this drama, and all he had
Don's face says so much.
to really realistically do was look at the camera and say, you know what, I'm sorry. We all misplayed, yes, but I screwed up by running away the way I did. I had 2 items that could have restored my mana so I could help the 2 people who died, but I just simply panicked and ran away. And so even though we all misplayed, I just want to say I'm sorry for my play. But no, it was too hard for him. Guys, he
It's
worked at
that
Blizzard, and
simple.
Blizzard employees simply don't make mistakes. I was too busy playing the victim. A clip of the streamer Lakari surfaced in which he was doing a dungeon with pirate software. You see, Lakari is someone who had never played World of Warcraft up until this point. He was
Okay, so back in the day, before I did VTubing, before I did really like content shit, I actually met Lakari at like Evo 2018 when I was getting Raisin Canes. I was getting some chicken. And I walked past him and he literally, and I was like more shy back then, but he walked over to me and goes, oh, I've seen you on Twitter and stuff before. Hey. And I was like, oh, hi. And he's one of the most friendly, outgoing, wonderful human beings I've ever interacted with. Before I even had like an ounce of the following or anything I had, he's just like, oh, you look familiar. Oh, hey, what's up? Like, he just like, he's that kind of person. He's just very like warm. And that's from a personal experience of mine. Don't know if he remembers any of that shit, but I did, because it meant a lot to me to have someone be like that kind to me, especially when I was like, this is before my esports commentary career took off, by the way. This was way before that.
Okay,
So this was
okay.
like, I was just a little bean, and it meant a lot to me because he was just so sweet and welcoming. Anyway, what he does now is he does like a lot of gacha games and variety streaming, and he kind of just does whatever he feels like all the time, which is great for him. So just a little bit back into Lakari.
playing a mage just like Pirate, but he was kind of having a hard time keeping up with everything going on. Here's how Pirate treated him. I'm sure you can tell from the title. Pirate Software bullying a totally new player to the game. Pathetic, dude. Watch.
Oh
So they have to
boy.
evocate to get your mana back for the next pull. Ugh.
Reminded me, I sorry, I don't play the game, so I forget. If you remind me, I can help you out real quick.
Yeah, it's too bad I'm the only mage in the party. You're right, Jen. If only someone else would cast Arcane. If only.
This just honest.
That,
You see, look at his face.
Are they friends or no?
No, they're not friends.
Okay, if that was friends, I'd be like, we're just talking shit. It's vibey. But
No.
it's
This is
not?
this is them not really
okay.
knowing each other. This is
That's
this
not
is
dick.
homie just kind of joined in because he's new to the game, and he's just kind of like, yep. And then he doesn't know him like that. He does not know him like that at all.
Can't really keep wishing for things that just aren't here, though.
That is true.
That's true. That's true. Can't wish for the rogue. Can't wish for another mage to cast Arcane in.
Yeah.
Brother, may I have some oats? Oh, since we have 2 mages, we could probably poly the ads.
Wait, we have 2 mages. Oh, man.
Yeah, I can poly.
Here I've been the only one casting Arcane in. Incredible.
Oh, that's crazy.
We're triggered.
Wild.
Jesus.
God, even
Why does he keep punching on him?
Yeah, but wait, he just said he's new. Just help him out. What are you on about? It's
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, cool. All right, you don't play this. All right, cool. So what we need you to do is bang, 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 and that will help us out. Cool. Why be a dick about it?
Yeah, and even then Lakari's like, oh, cool, since we're 2 mages, we could probably do blah, blah, blah next, right? And then he's like, what? We have 2 mages?
Yeah,
That's news
just-
to me. Like, fuck off.
And then who's the other waste man trying to?
They're probably some sort of fucking
Gang
dick
up on
rider.
him.
Let's be real.
Yeah,
like the moment,
what is-
so stupid. So stupid.
That was hard to
Reality
watch.
TV can't recreate such an awkward moment, man. Just ruining the whole vibe.
Yeah, you're right, Don. It was hard to watch.
honestly,
Yep.
It's too bad I'm the only mage in the party. You're right, Jen.
Hey man, I'm new to the game, so if you want me to help with Arcane, just let me know. Remind me.
Yeah, he literally
It's too
just
bad
said
I'm the
that.
only mage in the game, right, chat? Oh, we have 2 mages. Oh, I didn't know that. All that in the face of a new player who was being nothing but nice.
He was so nice. He goes, "I'm new to the game. Just let me know and I'll use it." Like he couldn't have said it in a nicer way. Like he was so nice.
Like I would
it's
get
so
if you were
stupid.
joking and you knew, and then sure, but then at some point you're like, well, tell me what to fucking do, because I would have lost it. I would have been like, brother, what the fuck do you want me to do? Stop bitching.
Yeah.
And tell me what. I don't play this game. Just help. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Honestly. And yet Pirate Software had the gall to complain about being bullied by other content creators when he was literally doing that to someone as innocent as Paul. The culmination of all this would force Sodapoppin to take the decision of kicking Pirate Software from OnlyFangs. Pinging everyone in the OnlyFangs Discord and saying this. Yes, I made the decision to kick Pirate. I felt a large majority of people in the guild felt uncomfortable playing or being around him and all that drama that surrounded him at this point. Even though some people may have not felt that way, a lot did. And after seeing some clips today from him quadrupling down, or I don't know what number we're on at this point, I think I'm making the right decision, but still I feel bad. Try to just let this whole thing slide into forgetfulness and move on, in my opinion. Stay safe, gamers. So look, at the end of the day, in World of Warcraft in general, when you're in a raid or dungeon, you have to trust every single member on your team to make sure that not only you complete the raid or dungeon, but that you also survive. This also applies on a way bigger scale in World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore, because one bad teammate can cost you the account that you've put dozens or even hundreds of hours in. And people just couldn't trust someone who couldn't take any accountability like Pirate Software. As soon as things would have gone wrong, he would have probably just ran for his life and said he had no mana again. And not many people really felt sorry for him, because at the end of the day, he was the embodiment of this meme. No one was forcing him to sextuple down. No one was forcing him to bully a new player. The only person who was shooting themselves in the foot with a shotgun was none other than Pirate Software. At this point, Jason Thor Hall, otherwise known as Pirate Software, was slowly but surely becoming a lolcow, but he had no idea. But that was normal, because fundamentally speaking, a lolcow is never aware that they're a lolcow. Look, there are a lot of definitions of what a lolcow is, but if I had to sum it up, well, it would be very simple. It's someone who simply embodies the worst of the worst when it comes to human traits, but they would be constantly convinced that they are the perfect human being. Never.
Have you ever heard of Boogie 2988?
Oh, the clickbait cancer guy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh god.
Yep.
Now, if you want to talk about someone who I would genuinely want to rock, if you gave me one content creator, I'm picking that motherfucker every time. I'm picking that motherfucker every time.
They want to put up fists up, just swing.
Oh my god. Boogie 2988 is on my absolute shit list. Like don't even. Nope. Like I'm smiling because I'm so mad. You ever get so mad you start just getting happy? I just live in the thought of oh, I fucking hate that guy. But he is a lolcow. So like his whole thing is that he thinks he's like, oh, like guys, my career. Oh my god. Oh, I'm going through such struggles, and
I'm sorry for
but I'm so in the right. And it's like, oh, and then he faked having a cancer. Like he's faked having cancer. Everyone's like, okay, just show us show us your online health portal. Show us the payments you've made for cancer treatment or for anything. And he goes, well, they said I could have it because my blood. But he's been saying for months that he has cancer. And the way I was ready to fucking. I can't. I can't. There's only a few things in life that make me fully crash out. That
would have been a valid crash out as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And the best part was that he made a statement trying to explain it, and people were okay, maybe it makes sense. I was like, oh, let me read his statement. I'm a cancer patient. I know exactly how this fucking works. So I went piece by piece about everything he said's a fucking lie, because that's not how it fucking works. It's so dumb. Okay, I'm good. I'm so good. It's because when they tell you you have cancer, they don't just go to you and be like, yo, bro, yo shit fucked up. Anyways, we'll figure something out. What they do is they give you options. They actually go into a little meeting with other surgeons and doctors to build a treatment plan for you and more than one option, right? Then they come to you, tell you have cancer, but they'll tell you a bunch of preamble of good things about what's going on with you to help you feel a little bit more comforted. Then they hit you with the big bad. But then after the big bad, they give you a bunch of fucking options, right? You don't have to pick any of the options right away. right? But they give you that so it gives you comfort that there's a next step, so you don't feel hopeless, right? This motherfucker's lying!
Jesus.
It's so bad! It's like, he's so full of shit! He goes, yeah, my doctors haven't really talked about what our next step is. That's bullshit! That means you don't have it! I'm sorry, I'm good. I'm so good.
Isn't it like very easy for him to be able to get documentation as well?
So
Like,
easy.
to be able to prove
So
it?
easy, bro. It's like,
was legit.
so the difference between like America and Canada is like America, you guys have a better like online portal. So you can actually like pull up your documents and print them out really easily. For people in Canada, we're like slowly moving into online portals. But a lot of it, you just have to be like, oh, can you send it off to my family doctor? My family doctor will print it. I have to go in person, pick it up. Right? So it'd just be like an extra step, but you can still get your own medical records very easily, or you can pick it up from your surgeon's office as well, right? There's ways to get it in Canada, so it's no problem. But in the States, it's so fucking easy because you just go to your fucking online portal because you have to make payments on that shit anyways that way. So you just fucking print it off. I'm good. I'm so good. I'm sorry. Anyways. Okay. So you know what? Like there's like a certain group of people who like just gets Alicia irked. Yep.
Able to admit fault and never willing to, even when they know that they're in the wrong. This by itself becomes very entertaining, and there are many examples. They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. And the mage who ran out of mana was about to join their ranks imminently. All he had to do to avoid this fate was just fucking apologize, man. But he just couldn't. In fact, what he ended up doing was maybe one of the cringiest things in this entire video. I genuinely can't believe that someone in his 30s said this, but I mean,
okay, here
watch
we
this
go.
yourself.
What's this?
You'll know what I mean.
How did you get this deep? Stop feeding into it. All of the accounts that are messaging me are getting reported. There's a funny fact about this. I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. There's a whole lot of other people there that still know me. And all of these reports are going directly to them. They're well aware of the situation, and everybody who's messaging me, they're going to get read. It's kind of a dumbass thing to do, and I can't wait for all of them to get banned. Yep.
Yeah, so all you guys whispering
sound like a
right now.
bitch.
My dad works at Nintendo.
He sounds like a bitch. Oh my god.
My dad works at Fortnite. He works at Epic Games. You can't talk to me that way.
Hey, yo. I worked at for 7 years. I've still got friends there.
And then I'll get you guys banned.
Oh my
well,
god.
guess what? My dad works at Nintendo, and I'm going to tell him personally about every single one of you. So good job. See you later. It's like, bro, if they're sending you death threats, you really just have to report them in game, and I'm sure something will happen. You don't have to actually bother your Blizzard alumni. This clip was on January 14th. And guys, I swear to you, I am constantly impressed by how ironic life can be. I don't think we live in a simulation, but sometimes I do get the feeling because some things are just so perfect in comedic timing, you'd think that there was someone writing a script. One day after this clip came out, Pirate Software was streaming the game Ashes of Creation during its second alpha. This is an MMORPG similar to...
Fax, do you know about this part?
I don't think so.
I'm so excited! Okay.
Is this a good game?
I think its community is pretty cool, but the game itself, I'm not really into it. I'm not really into like MMO RPGs in general. More so because I have a very addictive personality, so if I get into something, I overcommit and I don't have time for anything else. I have one of those types of personalities. So that's
Yeah.
The first time I played Pal World, I don't know if you know this. I played it for Yep. Fun fact for those of you guys watching, I played it for 28 hours on stream, and they continued to turn the stream off and continued playing it for until 32 hours in. Yep.
We should play it again.
God.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I literally had to uninstall so it could be productive again. Like, it was that bad.
Thing is, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that energy for Borderlands 4.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think you realize how much of like a fucking demon. I mean, you saw me play Borderlands 1, Dawn. Like, I'm like a little mission demon. I can't be stopped.
Are we gonna play through all the Borderlands side quests before?
It's been really laggy when Dawn and I were doing Borderlands 1 because of how far away we all are.
Okay.
But we can still try. Like, I'm down to still try, but just like keep in mind that we're gonna have really bad latency issues.
I remember that.
I mean, we'll make it work.
Yeah.
If we did.
I mean, I'm just not gonna snipe. That's what it comes down to. Yeah.
Just make it more of a challenge.
Even though they have like very generous hitbox ranges in Borderlands, so it's pretty sweet for that. Anyway.
Also has raids as well as dungeons. During a raid, Pirate Software would wipe the entire team. You would kill everyone single-handedly by pulling in the wrong unit. What would be his first reaction? Well, watch for yourself.
Okay.
Sabu is not paying attention.
He pulled in the enemy.
Sabu.
And he died.
God damn it, guys.
Oh, no. Who pulled the ocular?
So one of you pulled the ocular. Why? Now half the raid is dead. Was there a reason for that?
But he did it.
He did it. He's the one who pulled it.
I swear, it is so funny knowing
He just finished the WoW bullshit to turn around and blame people for this when he's the one who did it.
Oh god, how do you do that right after?
that he was the one who pulled the ocular. This is also another thing with lolcows. They are unintentionally hilarious. Pirate Software here was genuinely pissed, okay? He genuinely was livid. But knowing that he was the one who caused the wipe is so fucking funny. It showed people that World of Warcraft wasn't an isolated case. He was doing this in Ashes of Creation and would very easily do this a third time somewhere else. It was him. He was the issue here. And his lack of accountability was astounding. You know what else is astounding? His ability to keep digging himself in deeper holes. During this whole fiasco, Joker D would talk about Pirate Software and would call him out.
I honestly fuck Pirate Software. Like, straight up, bro, this dude is a complete fraud. At least in the WoW space, I don't care if he worked for fucking Blizzard. The guy probably made fucking coffee for some devs. I don't even believe for a second.
So out of all the streamers in OnlyFangs, Joker D probably went the hardest on Pirate Software. He took segments of this rant and uploaded it as a YouTube video. That YouTube video would then be removed due to a violation of community guidelines, and the person who striked it cited the reason as being harassment and cyberbullying.
No strike!
A YouTube strike! It got striked! Yup!
What the
Took this video down. I mean, seriously. Joker D would never reveal the name of the brand or whatever that was behind this, but seeing that the video had gotten brigaded by Pirate Software's community, for many, it was safe to say that Pirate Software was the one who took this video down because he simply didn't like it, abusing the copy strike system on YouTube. Seeing that Pokemon had done this in the past back in 2020, getting an amazing community reaction, and of course we can't forget about Alinity doing this as well back in 2018. Wow, I'm old.
I'm gonna copy strike this guy.
I mean, it was genius. It worked so well for everyone.
Is it bad if the last thing I remember about Alinity was when she threw her cat and then also gave her cat alcohol?
Threw her cat?
She also gave her cat alcohol.
What the fuck is wrong with this girl?
Yeah, that's all I remember her from. I don't remember how long ago that was, but that's all I really know her for. Like,
I've never seen her for in my life.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Every content creator who had done that prior. So obviously, this was the play. Congratulations. You know, it's so fascinating to me how the internet works sometimes. Someone could mind their own business for months, for years, for decades. But as soon as they do something that makes them so incredibly unlikable, the internet starts seeing a big red target on your back and they strike. Pirate Software had a talent of building up a huge, loyal community in just a span of a couple of months. When January 2025 came by, though, he proved to us that he had another talent, building up a massive community of very loyal haters. These incidents that we just talked about had ensured that. This is when those very same haters would start scrutinizing every single aspect of Pirate Software, both as a brand and as a person, only to eventually dismantle this massive empire that he had.
The deep dive!
Now look, just to be clear, Pirate Software has always had haters, dating all the way back to September 2024, and there were earlier instances too. This is normal. When you get famous, when you take over the algorithm the way he did, some people will naturally get fatigued from you. I mean, you might not believe this, but even someone like Queso has haters, purely because he's a massive content creator, no pun intended. Some of these early haters...
Cheeky.
Wild.
Start making videos talking about his past. About how, for example, he wasn't the game developer he was making himself out to be, especially with his Blizzard experience. About how he used to go by the name of Moldavius Figtree and was a well-renowned furry in Second Life and EVE Online. But those videos would never get enough traction to actually...
Oh shit, you don't know this part. Oh.
You know furry is done?
But he like animals and stuff. They want to have sex with animals.
Okay. Well,
Wait.
that's bestiality, so it's a little bit different than that. A little bit different.
No, like fantasy animals, like they dress up as animals, something like that, right?
Sorry, fancy animals is so funny.
They want to
Yeah,
have.
it's there, right? They just.
Yeah,
have intercourse with
from
fancy
now
animals.
on, I'm gonna call everyone who I know who's a furry a fancy animal, and I think that's just gonna be my token thing. And I love that way too much. So yeah, so like furries basically are like people who like to participate in like having their own like either avatar or like fursona, which is like them as sort of like an animalistic like kind of version of themselves that's still humanoid, right? So they still like stand on two legs.
Intercourse then.
Oh, it's there's a lot of very sexual sides of it.
That's probably right.
So people can like fuck with their furry with their furry suits on and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not all of them are.
okay.
Some of them just like to do it because they like to participate in the community. But there are a lot of them who are, you know,
some
sexual.
kink. All right.
Yeah. Like some are kinky, some aren't. Like there are asexuals who do it too and stuff like that too. So like it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm not. But I do have one friend who owns 2 fursuits and she's just in major denial that she's a furry. And I'm like, you own 2 fursuits.
What? How would you? What? Nah.
She's like, Alicia, I'm not a furry. I'm like, you're a fucking furry. You got 2 fursuits. You wear them at cons.
British.
You went to a furry con, yeah.
Okay.
and she goes, what are you saying? She goes, what? VTubers are basically just furries. You're just wearing an online avatar. I'm like, I'm not wearing fucking paws. We're not the same. I was like, listen, I respect your lifestyle, but we are not the same. Don't let me in. But y'all go in with your furry
not
stuff.
furry though. Goddamn.
Yeah,
There's a
like, right?
difference.
Like, oh.
There's a line here. Don't cross it.
Like, real recognize real, but hold up, your real ain't my real though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. God damn.
Anyways, like a huge thing back in the day was a game called Second Life. You guys probably aren't really familiar with it. It's more of like a social game where like you go into like different like it's kind of like imagine what Roblox is, but for like adults basically. It's like a big thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So like you could play like different games and stuff like that too if you wanted to, or you could just go hang out and do like the social aspect of like chatting with people and stuff like that. And like a big thing was like having like different avatars and models, right? So he was somebody who would make like a lot of furry custom models and sell them. So he's making like really big income back in the day because it was such a big like platform for like online like interaction. Yeah. So like it was him and like a few other people in a small team. There was a lot of drama about that. I don't know if Woojin's going to cover it or not, so I'm not going to talk about it until he covers it. If he doesn't, then I'll go into it.
Matt, as you can see, this video right here with the title of Pirate Software, the streamer who faked his game dev career, had reached almost 100,000 views. From the like and dislike ratio, we can see how Pirate Software had somehow, either directly or indirectly, sent his community to brigade this video, and just like Joker D's video, it was taken down by abusing the copy strike system and inciting harassment and cyberbullying. So essentially, if you were an early hater of Pirate Software, if you had something to say, well, chances are no one heard you. This is how for a long time he was able to sweep all the hate, feedback, and criticism under the rug. Except this time, after all the events that we just saw unfold, he had way too many eyes examining his every move, and he couldn't just sweep criticism under the rug anymore. For example, around the end of January 2025, Pirate Software had DMCA'd an indie game and threatened to sue its developer. Why? Well, the developer shows us the main reason why Pirate Software wanted the game taken down. Here it is. It's this roach wearing the same wizard hat that he was wearing during World of Warcraft while mimicking some of the things that he was saying.
Oh my god, that's peak.
As much as you're angry right now, of course I ran.
This whole game got DMCA'd because of this. I mean, this is how sensitive he is. And now many people were made aware of this. He couldn't just copy strike or DMCA just about anyone because every time he did, he spawned more haters. His strategy was now outdated. Everyone was made aware of what had happened to this indie game. And speaking of indie games, there was renewed scrutiny over Pirate Software's indie.
Okay, so one thing to also know about that was that indie game didn't actually have that in its game. That guy made that separate build just to promote the game, but it actually wasn't a part of the game. So that copyright claim that Pirate Software made was fraudulent because it actually wasn't in the game being sold. So Steam took the game down off of their store, but they restored it after when realizing that was not in the game.
Oh, okay.
But it did take it down temporarily because he put a new claim.
The strikes are that easy to reverse. A lot of these people that like would have got them never would have like even bothered with challenging any of that.
Yeah, challenging it's incredibly hard, right? Like, there's a big difference between someone like any of us challenging a copyright claim. Which, like, yeah, I do that all the time. And, like, because I followed a fair use law for a lot of my content, right? So I challenge copyright claims all the time and I usually win them. But doing that for something like this is so much harder when he has such a massive following in comparison. and way too many connections, right?
Yeah.
That he can leverage. And that sucks. It's just bullying smaller creators. Yeah. Mind you, the other guy is a little bit shady for making a separate build that he played to promote the game.
Yeah,
that is a little shady.
Yeah, that is
but also,
funny,
you gotta play the game to find that before you say, hey, I'm taking your shit down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game called Heartbound, with many wondering why it's been in early access since 2018 with no release date in sight. Give it 3 more years, it'll be a decade. Some people were comparing him to Yandere Dev, a very well-established lolcow who hadn't released his game in
You guys don't know about Yandere Dev?
No, not it is.
Oh, because I saw you guys have zero reaction to being mentioned, and I was like, oh shit.
Different video? Or?
Yeah, I've been on the internet for so long, clearly. This is like, this dude's weird. This is like a dude who talks to underage girls and shit and has like the worst coding process and is like, and like the thing about his game is that back in the day, like Yandere's like simulator was like a game that everyone was super excited for. You're basically just like this high school girl who goes around and like murders people while like trying to get the love and affection of like senpai and stuff like that, right? There's other versions of like Yandere games that came out as well. Like there's one called Yandere School that came out, and that one like was more of a linear plot line. But this one in particular was really big because he had so many incorporated ideas, like having like taking a bunch of bodies, creating a seance, and summoning a new boyfriend, things like that. Like he like took it to a different level in creation. And he read though every single email he ever gets sent during this development. And keep in mind, PewDiePie and Markiplier played the test of this game. So imagine how many emails this man was getting sent at the time.
Oh my god, yeah.
And he would read through everyone saying, guys, stop emailing me because it's slowing down my progression of the game. Guys. And everyone's like, stop reading the emails. Just work on your game.
Yeah, that's not even an excuse. What, like...
Yep. And then he'd like disappear. He'd come back. His code was shit. You'd have people working for him that were underage. They'd like, and like that's fine. Like you have like people on your team who are underage because they're just passionate to be coders and stuff. Unless you're being weird, unless you're, so he's that motherfucker's a mess. Like we get real messy. So bringing him up as a comparison is like messy for people who are like have been around that for longer. Yeah.
Over a decade. And when people actually analyzed its code, they found some of the worst written code known to mankind.
Which, by the way, Yandere Dev is notorious for bad code and like super redundant code, as well as taking forever to make this game. The game's still not out technically. It's still like it still has multiple patches being put out for that game to like as it develops. Yeah, but I think he actually put out more updates recently, but I just haven't checked. But yeah,
seeing all this scrutiny and criticism catch up to his own game development must have hit one hell of a nerve, because very shortly after he announced that Heartbound would start receiving monthly updates, and all it took was people going there and reviewing it negatively. He was hoping that this would steer off the criticism and the scrutiny, and that things would eventually finally go back to normal, but the haters weren't really done just yet. People were putting into question his entire identity, the fact that he worked at Blizzard for 7 years, but worked what exactly? As well as him claiming that he was one hell of a hacker who had gone to the yearly hacking conference, DEF CON, and won some pretty important events there with the help of his team that he never mentioned, of course. Always taking credit for this by himself. I mean, at some point he was invited to a podcast called Dropped Frames. This was a clip from it, and here's the title: Pirate Software on how he became a hacker for the government. These were the stories that he was telling people. Watch this.
You're a hacker. Like that's where you like kind of started. An actual hacker. Like, not like I'm a hacker. No, you're an actual hacker. You won.
Like an actual hacker. Yeah. My last job was hacking power plants for the federal government. I worked for the United States Department of Energy.
So a dude walks in with a laptop and a suit, and you lean over to, who's that guy?
Well, that's the hacker from the government.
Yeah, that's the hacker.
It's even worse. We go in like 3 to 4 man teams, man. So like we've got a team.
Oh, you had a fleet. You had like a team of dudes in suits holding laptops, walking into restricted areas. Okay.
When he says things like this, what he's trying to paint in your mind as a viewer is that he's some sort of Unit 8200 Mossad agent writing zero-day exploits on USBs that are snuck into Iranian nuclear facilities and that infest and shut down the entire technical operation of that nuclear power plant. When in reality, if you look at his LinkedIn and reconcile it against his skill set, what he did was social engineering. He wrote phishing emails and tried to gain access to credentials and user systems that way.
That's
Wait,
it.
what the fuck? I didn't know that.
is literally the equivalent of like a Nigerian print scam. And that was his level of hacking. Yep. Yep.
This goes so deep, bro. It doesn't end. Oh my god.
Damn.
As you can tell, Alicia's been slopped out of her mind in watching so many videos.
Damn.
I can't tell. I'm slopped out of my mind.
So Coding Jesus said it best. Pirate Software's entire identity was slowly starting to unravel right before our very eyes. From the shorts that made him go viral, to the stories he used to say on stream, to quite literally everything about him was nothing more than either an exaggeration or him trying as best as possible to sugarcoat reality. We can very clearly see on his LinkedIn that first off, he didn't work at Blizzard for 7 years, it was actually 6 years, 6 months, and that his initial roles were him being in quality assurance. For the first 4 years at Blizzard, so the majority of his time there, he was in an entry-level role, eventually being promoted multiple times and finishing off as a senior red team specialist. In his own description of the job, he said, infiltrated and exploited physical access controls, managed social engineering operations to improve employee awareness and resilience, and finally created, launched, and managed a global web application bounty program. As Coding Jesus said, this guy would literally just send phishing emails, make phone calls, try to pretend to be an outsider in order to have employees make mistakes so that they can improve internal protocols. I mean, it's an important job, that's for sure, but even on his LinkedIn, he would make claims that he worked on all these different games. I mean, yeah, indirectly, but none of your code made it to the game. You didn't model, you didn't texture, and you sure as hell didn't animate. You just so happened to work on internal projects in parallel to these games. And yet, every time someone would mention something about games, about the video game industry, about whatever, he would always start off by
See, facts, Don, we have this channel together, and, that means, your success on your personal channels, I'm a part of that. like, it's insane.
Basically, yeah.
But, I do work adjacent to you guys, right? Like, we have this channel together, so, right?
Fucking insane.
So stupid.
Oh my
I worked 7 years at Blizzard, actually, so I know what I'm talking about. When in reality, no, you have more experience as an indie developer than you ever had as a developer at a AAA company, and that's the truth. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that he made this such an important and integral part of his personality that it felt like a massive betrayal. But that's
his
not all.
role's not even bad. Do you know what I mean? The role that he did isn't even a bad role. You just tried to make it more than you are, and for no reason as well. You were literally, you said, yeah, I worked at Blizzard, this is what I did at Blizzard, but maybe sometimes I got little peeks into the game that we're making, or sometimes I might have do some code. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine to say. That's not a bad job. Yeah. Matter of fact, that's a great job. That's an actual great job that you had. Why lie to make yourself bigger than what you are?
But how can I get sweet updates if I don't tell the world that I'm a hacker? My updates.
God damn.
Just lies about everything.
Was Joey Ray Hall. This picture right here is of 10 people. And if you don't know who they are, these people happen to be the original founders of Blizzard Entertainment. Yes, these guys are legends in every sense of the word. And the guy in the middle is none other than Jason Thorhall's father. He later became the director of cinematics at Blizzard, which is probably the only thing that Blizzard has been consistently good at for the last 20 years. He was also the inspiration behind this guy in South Park from the famous World of Warcraft.
I've seen that clip.
I mean, this guy was a legend in every sense of the word. And so Mashable.com, when they made this article about Pirate Software, titled How Streamer Pirate Software Gained Nearly 2 million subs in 6 months, they just had to mention the fact that he's a nepo baby. Saying when he was 16, he landed a dream job as a game tester at Blizzard Entertainment, which before the bloated loot boxes and corporate acquisition by Microsoft for $68.7 billion was considered one of the most respected companies in the video game industry. It helped that he was a nepo baby, since his dad Joey Ray Hall had spent over 2 decades at the industry titan since almost the very beginning. Now, of course, after 6 months he would leave because he felt that the corporate life wasn't for him, and many years later would reapply by himself without the help of his dad, landing a QA role, which I believe, because if he had the help of his dad, no way he would end up in an entry-level position. But still, just them including this sentence, calling him a nepo baby, truly triggered him beyond belief. I mean, look at what he had to say.
Yeah, really not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. It's one of those things that I've been trying to fight my entire career. It's one of the things that I've had to argue with people in chat about. It's one of the things that we ban people for here. Anytime people say shit like that, because it's deeply disrespectful and it completely overwrites any of the things that I've done throughout my career as somebody else's success, which they have not been in any possible respect.
He does not
and
understand the meaning.
It's just rude as fuck. So, what are you?
It's literally just nepotism. You got hired at the age of 16 for a job at the company your dad basically founded. That's all it is. That's all they were saying, right?
Yeah.
They didn't say that like he made you. They just said, hey, you had it up. You were a nepo baby. You literally got that job because your dad. Like what?
I think even then to then reapply yourself and have an entry level job, it just shows how much you really didn't like that. Because if in my head, me personally, if my dad was that, I'm applying for the highest position I could possibly get with my dad's help, with pride. You know what I mean? Yeah, my dad helped me, but I've still done this myself, which is fine. But the fact that, like the fact that he's still like, nah, that's insane. I didn't, you know what I mean? That's the ego is insane.
Yeah.
What do you say? In
Doesn't
the thing,
stop.
he said it was.
It keeps going, right?
In his article, no, that's dog shit behavior. Really gross. In any case, let's go find somebody to raid.
I mean, you heard him, right? He would ban people in chat if they called him a nepo baby. It's the easiest way to trigger him. And yet, at the same time, the same guy who's acting triggered over being called nepo baby said this multiple times on his stream. Watch.
So I'm second generation Blizzard. I'm the first second generation Blizzard employee that ever existed in the company. I'm also a second generation Blizzard employee. I was a second generation Blizzard employee. I was the first second generation Blizzard employee ever. I was the first second generation Blizzard employee.
So you say it all the time.
I love
but
that.
you hear people bring it up to you.
Blizzard sucked.
What?
Again, a lol cow is someone who is unintentionally hilarious when being 100% serious, and I just can't stop laughing at this guy. I mean, seriously? I was the first second-generation Blizzard employee? What is this, the Chinese dynasty? Like, let's be real here. The only reason you were the first second-generation Blizzard employee was purely because of your dad. Because back then, they didn't even have a recruiting team. You were just the easiest hire. And I think one thing he has to understand is that being a nepo baby isn't a bad thing. I think most people, if they had a dad or a mom who worked a really cool job, they would love to take advantage of that. And they do. Jack Quaid is an actor that was called a nepo baby multiple times by fans. That's because his parents are both Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan, two very successful actors. His response was very refreshing for fans, agreeing with the nepo baby label and saying, "I'm an immensely privileged person. I don't think it undermines my talent." Adding that he was able to get representation pretty early on.
And that's exactly what, that's the perfect way to say that, right? He nailed that.
You still have to have the talent to do what you're doing.
Yep.
Your parents can't carry you that far, especially as an actor. You still got to be a good actor to do the and
that's why it's so respectable, because it's like, like your parents can help you get through the door as like with nepotism, but the fact that you can maintain that position with just your skill shows something, right? And it's like, exactly, like it's
because of being a nepo baby, and that it's already more than half the battle. So as I said, being a nepo baby isn't inherently a bad thing. It's only bad when you try to deny it, when you get defensive, because come on, who are you lying to? And that was what Pirate Software was doing. It was becoming more and more obvious that Pirate Software had a massive ego, but also very deep-rooted insecurities. He wanted to appear like a genius no matter what. And according to him, geniuses never apologize. Geniuses never admit fault. But they also never make mistakes and always, no matter what, figure things out on stream. This is something that became painfully obvious when he would play some pretty hard puzzle games and would figure out some of the hardest things all by himself miraculously after looking at his phone, playing it off like it was some genius eureka moment. Outer Wilds is a critically acclaimed, story-rich space exploration game that just so happens to have some pretty complex puzzles. Pirate Software would play this game on stream, and he would proceed to solve these puzzles all by himself, miraculously, and more specifically, after looking at his phone. In the VOD of his gameplay, around 8 hours and 7 minutes, he gets stuck in an area and he needs to get out somehow. This is one of the many puzzles in this game. Now he would struggle to find the solution, deliberate with his chat, talk a bunch, and then at around the 8:20 mark, he would pull out his phone right here and continue talking to chat. This goes on for 2 minutes in which he deliberates while very clearly looking at his phone. And then eventually, at around the 8-hour, 22-minute mark, he would get a eureka moment.
Maybe it's not with the scanner. Maybe there's a different way. Maybe it's not the scanner at all. Maybe it's the time. Maybe the fact that we were able to destroy the surface like that was the point. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Acting go crazy.
Guys, wait a minute. Oh my god, I have an idea. Guys, oh my god. This just came out of nowhere. My brain just works differently. Did I mention that I worked 7 years at Blizzard? This guy is faking his Outer Wilds run in order to appear to be a genius to his community. That's crazy. It's so ridiculous you can't even believe it. But as I already mentioned, he was facing increased scrutiny. He normally would have been able to get away with this, and he did get away with this in other games. It's just that now things were different.
People are watching
When
him.
questioned about cheating in Outer Wilds, this is what he had to say.
Why did you cheat in Outer Wilds? What? How the hell would you cheat in that game? Bro, we played it all live on stream. Alright, bud. It's a wild-ass thing to say.
Yes, how would you cheat while live streaming this as he stares into his phone for 2 straight minutes? You're absolutely right. The real controversy would be when he would play the game Animal Well that released on May 2024. You see, he played this game before—
You thought the other one was bad. Wait till you see this one.
before the World of Warcraft controversy and before the increased scrutiny. But after he had embarrassed himself in Outer Wilds and World of Warcraft, people thought to go back and check his gameplay because they thought, wait, now that I think about it, this was kind of suspicious. And the evidence here was damning. It was simply undeniable. You see, Animal Well is a puzzle game, but not just any puzzle game. It has many puzzles and many secrets that are very easy to miss if you don't take your time analyzing every aspect of it. When the game first came out, you had people on Reddit and in forums trying to work together in order to find all of its secrets and puzzles. One of those puzzles was the Wingding puzzle. This took the entire community over a week of teamwork in order to find the solution. This was a group effort in every way, and no one person could have solved it by themselves. The guide came out on May 19th, 2024, and it just so happens that Pirate Software miraculously, all by himself on stream, solved this puzzle on May 19th. The day the guys came out.
That's crazy.
Bro, seriously.
Oh.
You also have some people write entire essays with proof as to why they think that Pirate Software cheated. If you want to read this and have actually played Animal Well, you can pause the video, but in a nutshell, it's almost like he was trying his hardest to ruin any ounce of reputation he had left. I mean, seriously, are you that insecure that you would cheat in a fucking puzzle game in order to appear to be a genius to your community? Really? It's insanity.
It kind of reminds me of the Dr. Lupo situation recently with the chess tournament.
So he was able to apologize.
Yeah, that one really...
Did he not?
There's more to that situation that I tweeted something. So what happened was that I tweeted out kind of defending Lupo a little bit where when I first saw the situation come up, because I didn't watch the tournament, but I was like, oh, Lupo's done he's got millions of dollars towards charity, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, it sucks that he cheated in a chess tournament, but I'm also like, I don't want to say he's a bad human being off of that. Like, he's done so much good. Until I looked into the situation more. He did not apologize right away, boys. He did not apologize right away. I was completely misled. I wrote that tweet thinking he apologized instantly. He did not. He did not. Oh my God.
He apologized eventually. Right?
Eventually.
Okay, so he's not Pirate Software
he's
level.
Not Pirate Software level, but still
like
it's so bad. The guy he cheated against, right? He pulls him into call. His name's Wolfie. pulls him into call and goes, yeah, like, I didn't cheat, man. I don't know if, like, is it your chat who's coming in here and blah, blah, blah. Kind of like low-key accusing Wolfie sending his chat. Low-key, like, inadvertently accusing him of sending his chat to go, like, say, oh, you cheated, right? Like, and 28 moves. He played perfectly. 28 moves in chess.
Not a single blunder?
Not a single. Because what happened was at the start of the game, he blundered his fucking queen at the start of the game. Then after that, he had 28 moves straight of being perfectly right. After blundering his fucking queen, right? So it's so obvious he was using a cheat engine, right? But it's like, it is what it is, right? It is like, again, then he pulls the guy into call, basically just starts gaslighting the fuck out of him, being like, yeah, I didn't cheat. Yeah. And then Wolfie was like, is such a sweet guy. He goes, oh, well, yeah, I don't really think you cheated either. You just played really, really well. And like, I don't see any beef. Honestly, even if you did cheat, it wouldn't matter to me because this is all for charity and this is all for good cause. So it's okay. We're just here to have fun and play some games, man. And I was like, this is such a sweet angel. Right?
You did shit, bro. Let her mouth.
Oh my God, bless his heart. I was like, because like I didn't know that back when I made the tweet, right? It's like I was like listening to all this after, and I'm like, oh no. And then Lupo keeps like doubling down and getting worse and worse towards his chat, being like, you guys don't fucking know. Like, yeah, I just got lucky, bro. I just got lucky and blah, blah, blah. And then later on, he made the apology and backed out.
So he cheated in a charity game?
Yeah, he cheated in a charity chess tournament.
That's so weird.
I do. It's because his ego. It's because he's like, I can't. He's like, I just want to seem stupid. That's all it is.
Yeah. Everybody loses. You can scientists make mistakes. Like do you know what I mean? The smartest people in the world. I probably made mistakes and then probably sorted out afterwards. But he still made mistakes, I'm sure. Like, what the?
Yeah.
People's
and like the
ego, man.
It's like he's like, oh, like, and then it was just so bad. It was just, oh man, because like listening to him talk when I found the actual like footage of like what he was saying during it all, I was so grossed out because I was like, damn, like you are a good person, but this does not paint you in a good light anymore. Like I can't see him the same way after that. Like especially to call the person and then just start lying so hard,
and doubling down like that in a call. Yeah, at that point you gotta just be like,
because like it's one thing if you do it and then like I thought he like instantly apologized after. He goes, my ego tripped me up, blah 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 blah. Like I shouldn't have done that. I was just being fragile, right? And that kind of was his apology. I was like, that's a decent apology, right? I thought he did it right after. He did not. He did not.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, and that's what kind of like poisoned it for me because I was like, yeah, even facts. You were like, oh, did he do it right? No. No. Yeah, there's actually a Carl Jobst video that goes through it, which is how I found out about the other information about it. And I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, oh, damn. I was like, I regret putting that tweet where I supported him. I was like, I'm not going to delete him until he's to find it, but you know, damn.
I would have deleted that straight away.
Man,
I'd have been like, you know what? I fucked up, guys. My bad. Delete. Turns out he did cheat.
Oh no, I did say he cheated. Like I wasn't like defending him in that way. I was just like, just remember, just a reminder, he's done a lot of charity work, right? Like, you know what? Yeah. So
fair.
That's more of my thing.
In a
like,
charity game though, why? Do you know, in a competition, sure, I could understand why someone would cheat, but for charity, you don't even
fragile ego. It's literally like the private software complex of fragile ego. They can't feel like they're stupid or can't seem stupid. You know?
Why in chess when it is so easy to prove as well? Like, you didn't even do it on like some other shit. It's like you could hide it a little bit. Like, you just ego child the wrong thing.
That's mad. That's so
oh my God.
But this was reality because as I said earlier, this scrutiny was disassembling every aspect of his brand and personality, even down to his most fundamental traits, like his own voice. People would somehow unearth this.
There we go.
Remember Don? Don, you're like, he's got a deep, deep voice at the beginning of this video.
Yeah.
You're like, his voice is deeper than mine.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Old clip of him at a convention in which he sounded completely different than how he sounds today, leading many to believe that he's either faking his voice or simply using a voice changer on his microphone. Listen to this.
Show been so far?
It's actually been amazing. It's our first time out here at Denver Comic Con, and there's so many people, and they love the games, so it's been awesome.
So speaking of games, what do you have for us today?
So we have Champions of Breakfast, which is a twin-stick shooter that we made in 24 days, from concept to release on Steam. Blew up. It was really, really awesome. And that game is pretty difficult, so if you're into really hard arcade games, that's the kind of thing for you.
You know what, though? To be fair,
He sounds like that sounds like a normal. That sounds how I expected him to sound. Do you know what I mean? That sounds how I thought he would have sounded. Yeah. The deep
then you heard his voice and you were surprised because it doesn't match him.
Yeah, because his voice is deep.
Not anymore. Not that you can tell.
So we actually used the sound. Maybe I should use the sound thing to make my voice. No,
Like the thing is, like you EQ your mic and make it sound like a little bit better, but nobody adds like 10
No one adds, like,
dB of
filters
fucking
and
bass
filters
to
on
that shit.
change your whole base of your voice. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
And it's also like you can also do like vocal practicing and stuff like that. For example, like if I wanted to like put on a voice for like long periods of time, I could be, oh my god, it's like I keep talking like this the whole time. It's actually where I talk through the top part of my mouth over and over again. So it just makes me sound more like this all the time, right? I could just do that forever. But it's like at the same time, what the fuck, right? So it's like a lot of people could do that.
Yeah.
I was like, can you please excuse yourself?
Okay. Oh, so is that what you think he might have been doing, or you think he just got a voice?
I think that it was a combination. I think that he was having a bunch of filters on his voice and then also intentionally dropping it while talking.
Yeah.
And then just practicing it a lot, because you can just practice it a lot and get really good at it.
Yeah. That's fair. You know, that's fair.
It's also like when I do my squeaky voice, like, oh, let's do this forever. I can never stop doing it. Let's keep doing it forever. Right? I could do that for like hours. I could do that for literally hours, right? It's like it's just practice, right? So it's like just like that. You could just practice it and get used to it, right? And it's
please don't practice that. Hours of that, my brain's gonna go.
Yeah. Please don't practice that.
how?
Oh no. The rest of the video is just that.
Oh, wait, let's continue the video.
You got me doing the deep voice, Alicia doing that for the whole rest of the video.
Fair. He sounds like such a pleasant person here. This is someone I can see myself being friends with. Look, people want to theorize and say that he has a voice changer or is faking his voice. I think he was just killed by an evil clone. I think that's a better explanation. This, of course, wouldn't be the only clip where you'd hear him have a different voice, like this one, for example.
I'm gonna have to peel my hot dog. I have to peel it. Every good hot dog needs to be peeled. Every good hot dog needs to be peeled. You see, now that I've peeled the hot dog, it's ready to eat.
Look, a hot dog is
That's
about
right.
to be eaten by Thor.
It's ready to eat.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, look, if you're not convinced yet, here's a more recent clip of him playing Animal Well. This was around a year ago, back in 2024. Look.
I don't know what that gives me, though.
I don't know what is that supposed to do?
He forgot.
It played out. Oh shit!
That went pretty high there, buddy. Hey, ready for the overcorrection?
Hey.
Are you ready for overcorrection when he notices he did it?
How am I gonna fit that shit in there? Oh, god damn it.
Oh my god! No shit.
Oh my god! Oh god damn it!
To some people, this was his voice changer glitching. To others, this was him mistakenly getting too comfortable with his real voice. What does Pirate Software have to say about this? Well, apparently, according to his doctor, his voice went through a second puberty in his 30s. That's right. Apparently your balls can drop twice, but I could only find a handful of sources on this, and this article from the BBC pretty much sums it up by saying that as we get older, the larynx gets stiffer, making the vocal cords less flexible. I mean, this isn't new. When you talk to someone who's 90 years old, they'll sound different than what they used to sound like in their 20s. But to have this much of a dramatic change, that's crazy. Regardless, though, I mean,
for a one-time thing, I'm sure it didn't happen on a regular basis.
So for like medical like standing, right, is like just a little bit about like men's biology, right? Is that men actually have like their puberty hits them at like later times than like female anatomies, right? So what happens is that you guys go through puberty twice, but the second time you hit puberty is actually close to your like early 20s, right? It'll be like late teens, early 20s where your second hit hits, where you'll either get more facial hair, you'll notice that like you'll get more hair everywhere pretty much, right? Things like that, where it's like when you first hit your first version of puberty, your voice might have dropped, might have had the more like other anatomical parts that you might have noticed in general, right? But then when you hit like that other second wave, it's more of like that. 30 doesn't fall in that category.
Yeah, brother. It's just definitely using a voice changer. It literally, you got exposed there. You just tried to, you maybe Googled something and went, I could use that. But listen.
I mean, just think about this for like a lot of like any like guys watching this, right? Have you like noticed, for example, when it was like you were in like your like preteen years, like in like 14, even 15, where like you might have not been developing facial hair, it's very patchy, versus like it being more fully grown out when you start to hit your early 20s and you start to find more development at that point, right? Where it starts to fill in more. Don's got a little clean, like a little clean ass face.
Yeah, Don.
So
obviously when I was younger, I used to have patches. Obviously now that I'm 30. My second puberty made it so I lost hair.
Hold on, you have to be like, you have to be like this guy. You have to wait like at least 2 or 3 more years, and then the second puberty will hit you.
Then so obviously now that I'm 30, that's I'm hitting my third now. So I had one obviously growing up. I had one in my 20s,
and then
now
Don's
the third
testicles
one.
are gonna hang by his fucking knees like a
That's what we do,
metronome, and they're
we
just gonna go
start
swing
swinging
back
those
and
things.
forth, right?
Exactly. And then my facial hair will kick in.
Yeah.
And then my voice will sound like a broken mic.
Yeah, whenever he goes on planes, he's gonna swing his balls over his shoulder when he sits in the chair. Yeah, there we go. Nice and comfy.
There we go. Because what the fuck? This
just dumb.
God.
Just dumb.
He's just.
It just keeps going, bro.
He's filled with so many lies.
I can't
Pressure was
believe.
getting to Pirate Software. Not only was his game getting scrutinized, not only was his past out in the open, but people were criticizing his gameplay, the way he played games, and even his voice. Things were getting out of control. So the next thing you know, he was on stream with a psychologist by the name of Dr. K.
So the thing about Dr. K in particular is that he's a little bit controversial because like people in the psych community are like, it's very inappropriate to host like basically therapeutic sessions publicly online, right? It should be done with the confinement of a safe space that's closed off from public, right? But what he does is he goes, this does not count as an actual therapy session. This is us having a conversation. And for you to speak very openly to the publicly that streamers can have feelings and emotions and work through things. And I will do the session for free. I will sit with you and work through things. But I'm not here for PR. I'm not here to give right? He goes, but he also gives them additional support, by the way. He will say, you can call me at any time personally without it being content if you ever want to talk about things further. And a lot of streamers have done that with him.
That's nice.
So he's not like just content pilled or something. Like there are streamers who have been
he
like
wants to help
and like check in on them after and stuff. Like he is someone who is caring. Like though I'm somebody who's very like a little bit against the fact of him streaming these sessions because I think it's actually a little bit detrimental to the streamer themselves. But I think it's also very healthy for a community and for the larger audience to see them being human.
Yeah, I was gonna say even if he I was saying even if he does do it live, they have the person who goes into the stream knows that it's live though, right? Like they would.
It's a little hard because they do know it's live. But when you go into like a very vulnerable state where you start to open up more to somebody you feel comfortable opening up with, sometimes you won't think about the full factors of people watching you. You'll be more focused about the conversation at hand, right? Which is why it's like that's why there's only a little bit of like an iffy thing when it comes to like the psych field in regards to what he does. But what I think he does is a net good. I think it's a net positive. So I do like him, but at the same time, it's like, I just want to make sure I clarify that there is a little bit of a community out there who in the psych field aren't too big of a fan of him for that reason.
Makes sense.
But keep in mind, this is not like an official therapy session. And he literally cannot say because of his licensing that it's a therapy session because it's not.
Yeah,
right? It's more of like a counseling discussion session.
Yeah, I think that's
Listen, if you're completely on board with it, Don, that's completely acceptable because the majority of people are 100% okay with it. You're in the majority to think that. I'm just only vocalizing.
I don't really believe in therapy anyway, so I'm
okay, bitch, whatever. Like, okay, like ridiculous.
Like, my mindset is fuck it, I'll deal with it myself. It is what it is.
I want to tell you guys.
I'm a man in these streets. Sorry.
Okay, again, also toxic. So if you're a guy, please go seek mental health. I know it's very like told to suck it up, told to like deal with it, rub some dirt on it, all that bullshit. Please take care of your mental health. It does matter. Okay, don't listen to what Don's saying. Don,
push
it down.
Don't even push it down. Just let it go. It's normally never that deep. Unless it is that deep, they're going to see help. But if it's not that deep, you know what I mean?
No,
sorry,
please take care of yourself. Please, men,
So-
please take care of yourself. Don't listen to these two.
Listen.
Look at these two. Like,
bro.
You know what I mean? Just do what you need to do.
You're listening to a guy who doesn't know how the fuck to pull out, and the other one who burns so crisp in the sun that he looks like a tomato for 3 weeks. You're not listening to the right people.
Wait, of course I had to pull out. If I've had... Actually, let me just tell you one. Anyway, never mind.
Listen,
Two
there?
kids at 30 is not even that much.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Planned, though.
First one was planned.
Oh, really? I didn't know Cleo was planned.
Oh, yeah, Cleo was planned.
Oh, that's cute. I didn't know that. All right. Second was just a delightful surprise.
Your
second baby's super
weren't
fucking
planned.
cute.
He weren't planned. But The thing is, at 20, when did I have kids? 28. 28, that's a great time to have kids.
That's a great time to have kids.
If you are at the life where you need to be in life, obviously no pressure. If you are, but obviously pull
also,
out.
Don has really, really cute babies. They're very adorable. We won't show them publicly, but they're so cute, and I love them. Show little babies. And one's a little menace, but I love him.
Yeah, he's a little shit, but he's great. He's great.
Anyways.
Kanoji, otherwise known as Dr. K, runs the healthygamer.gg organization. He's a clinical psychologist who founded this brand in order to be able to reach the very big and growing demographic of gamers, a group of people who very often will struggle with mental health and not really seek out therapy when they should.
He does great sessions on his YouTube videos too.
Educational, drawing parallels between video games and what you go through mentally, and overall, he's been quite successful. Now, of course, that's not to say that he doesn't have his fair share of haters. Some people, for example, have criticized the fact that he does these therapy sessions with streamers.
Why the fuck do I bother pausing and talking?
Even though the person in question consents to. From Dr. K's perspective, though, he wants to show people that streamers are humans too. And if someone like those streamers that they idolize is brave enough to get therapy, then they can do so too. His conversation with Pirate Software would last over 3 hours and a half. It would get viewed by almost 1 million people, and having watched a good chunk of it, I can tell you right now, regardless of what you might think about Dr. K, I think this stream truly shows his incredible skill in being able to converse with such an obvious narcissist without having him rage quit the call, while still trying his best to give him a reality
My
check.
voice, a narcissist like a slur.
Understand that.
Yeah, for real. Right?
With a goddamn narcissist.
Like, God damn.
He put some stank on that.
You know,
Like, did you know that he worked at Blizzard for 7 years? Like, yeah, that was my career, and I'm proud of that. So of course I'm going to talk about that because it gives context to talk about other things around the games industry, which is what we do on the stream.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes the things that I talk about in regards to those types of things is misconstrued as arrogance or boasting, when in reality, I'm just trying to give context.
So that is the problem right there. So I want you to listen to this phrase.
Sure.
This gets misconstrued as arrogance, but in reality, it's this.
Yeah.
That is the most arrogant statement on the planet, bro. Like, tell me I'm wrong.
Holy shit.
I don't see it that way, but all right.
God, it must be so hard talking to someone like that. Anyway, in the next clip, we'll be seeing the logic behind Pirate Software's attitude when it comes to never apologizing.
Let me
like not give any context whatsoever.
Yeah, let's say yes to that. I think that's a bit of hyperbole, but
just an emotional response.
No, just say, hey guys. So basically, you know, when you tell the narrative, you start with like, I made a mistake. Everyone made mistakes. I was smug. And then there's a lot that comes after that. How would you feel about just ending it after that first paragraph?
I hate that. I have like an immediate emotional angry response against that because it feels like idiocracy.
Okay.
It feels like that's too long, didn't read. I don't need all those words when few words do gooder. That I hate that shit. Like I super hate that kind of communication of like there's a lot of people that say like, oh, you should just say my bad, guys. No, that does not in any way explain a situation. That doesn't tell you any information that is real. It is hand waving for the masses in a way that is disingenuous to what happened and disingenuous to the people that are involved. I feel like to do that would be just me lying for the sake of lying so that people would fuck off.
This really gave us an insight as to how his mind functions. And as you heard from him talking, he hates the idea of just saying, my bad, let's move on. I'm sorry, let's move on. He wants to sit there and type 12 paragraphs as to why he was wrong but not really, while others were more wrong than him. All of a sudden, things make a lot of sense. Now, listen to how Dr. K responded to that. Okay, just watch.
So I think what I liked about that response, my hope, so we're not here to like rehab your PR, right? We're just here to have a conversation. And at the same time, over the last 2 hours, there's something about the way that I hear you talk that rubs me the wrong way. There's something about the way that you talk that seems...
Should I word it right?
Yep.
Dismissive.
Yep.
So
I think that's something I do respect a lot is choosing your words carefully, especially in the setting. I'd rather him take that pause to think of what exactly he wants to say there and just kind of going off the cuff about how he wants to label him there, right? Because dismissive is the right term he should use there versus like something where it's like being like a right? Like, which is probably the first word he actually thought of. But it's like, I do appreciate the fact that he did that. Like, I'd rather you take the pause.
I agree with that.
Right. So it's like, I made a mistake. We all made mistakes.
Okay.
Right, so there's something about your sentence construction. It's like, oh yeah, Thor, I'm sorry I cheated on you, bro. I really do love you. You know, we both have flaws in this marriage.
I think the funny thing here is that Dr. K is...
Fucking brilliant. Oh my god.
It's like he just fucking clocks his shit so accurately. It's so fucked.
known to be very caring, very nice, and not confrontational at all when it comes to streams like this. But in this case, seeing that he's an experienced psychologist, he knew when to become confrontational. He knew when to call out Pirate Software on his bullshit, and this is what it was: bullshit. In just a span of like 20 seconds, Dr. K had essentially summed up people's entire problem with Pirate Software. When he would be criticized, when he would be given feedback, when he would be given advice, he was always dismissive and smug. And this smugness is what led us here. People were hoping that this productive 3.5-hour conversation would actually lead somewhere, maybe actually make him apologize for once and take a step back. But it didn't.
Bro, they're already 2 hours in and they're still talking like this. You know what I mean? Look at the time.
His empire kept crumbling until we had finally reached the final nail in the coffin. Stop killing games.
Here we
Stop
go,
killing games
baby.
is an initiative.
I will not do the preamble to explain this because he's clearly going to explain it. Don, I just want to check with Don. Don, do you know what Stop Killing Games is?
No.
Okay, cool. So you're going to learn about it right now from him. I'm not going to do this. I now realize he's going to explain it and then we're good. I've made an oopsie-cadoopsie earlier.
Initiative launched by Ross Scott in the European Union and the United Kingdom. It was meant to be a direct answer to what happened with the game The Crew, made by Ubisoft. At the end of December 2023, Ubisoft all of a sudden announced that The Crew would no longer be purchasable and that its servers would be going down on March 31st, 2024. Seeing that this was a live service game, this meant that after March, you'd never be able to play this game ever again. The salt in the wound, though, was that barely a couple weeks after the servers went offline, Ubisoft revoked The Crew from people who had bought it digitally, attaching a message saying, "You no longer have access to this game. Why not check the store to pursue your adventures?" To many, this was an outrage. It essentially meant that you never owned your games to begin with. Ubisoft can just...
Imagine you go to open Destiny, Don, and you get a message saying, "This game no longer is vibing, bro. Go check the store for more other games."
Isn't that what Nintendo's kind of doing with their policies on Nintendo Switch 2? You never own the game.
Nintendo, yeah, I mean, their policies are absolutely abysmal, right? I'm still gonna play the shit out of their games because I'm a shill. But like, you know what I mean? Like,
I agree. Yeah,
their practices are absolutely abysmal, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, but like Ubisoft actually did go through with this, where they did shut down a game fully. Even if you purchased it, even if you digitally downloaded it, you just can no longer play the game, not even in offline mode. You just can't open it.
Jesus.
Yep.
No refund or nothing.
Just take them away.
No refund or nothing.
This also more recently happened with Concord. It barely came out for a week and then the servers were offline. If you bought the disc copy, you were played like an idiot. The Stop Killing Games initiative argued that it wasn't really legal. It was very weird for live service games to just shut down like that without giving players an alternative. With Ross Scott on his YouTube channel saying that games as a service is fraud. One thing to note is that this initiative wasn't forcing publishers or developers to keep game servers online forever. What it simply wanted was to have a way to access these games after the servers went offline, by allowing players to host their own servers, for example. Arguing that if taking games down like this would become the norm, then way too many games would become lost media, because that's what The Crew and Concord are right now. They're essentially lost media. It was classified as a European Citizens Initiative, in which European citizens could sign it, and if it would reach 1 million signatures, then it would be talked about in the European Parliament. It would initially get a couple 100,000 signatures until a certain person would speak out against it in the most aggressive way possible. Of course, we're talking about our good old friend, Pirate Software.
Yeah, look at the videos he posted, dude. Stop Killing Games is him throwing the whole initiative into a fucking dumpster. Look at that. 1.3 million views. The second highest video viewed about Stop Killing Games. First one was this one. That's the most viewed video for Stop Killing Games. The second most viewed video for Stop Killing Games, Asmongold's reaction to this. Right? So it's like, what the fuck? It's at the point where it's like people being against Stop Killing Games was like, which by the way, I think Asmongold's pro the Stop Killing Games movement. I don't want to say that he's not or something, but it's just the fact that like Thor's narrative was the one that was like going out virally compared to what the actual initiative is.
Where he felt so passionate about this topic that he made 2 videos about it very shortly after it launched in the summer of 2024. Now look, we're not going to watch the whole video. I just want to show you the first 10 seconds. Let's do this.
Hi, my name is Jason Thor Hall, also known as Pirate Software Online. I've been in the gaming industry for about 20 years. I used to work at Blizzard Entertainment, then Amazon Game Studios, and now I own my own studio, Pirate Software, by the same name. It's an indie studio, and I've been...
There's just something about this guy, man. I don't know. Anyway, he worked at Blizzard Entertainment for around 7 years, guys, and he vehemently opposed every single thing this initiative stood for, arguing that it would kill live service games and kill gaming in general, completely misunderstanding what this initiative was even about, and using his massive influence, which was still present at the time, to kill it instantly. I want to be clear here. In this video, he tries his best to appear level-headed, professional even, echoing the genius that you first saw in his YouTube shorts at the end of 2023. But on his stream, oh my god, this guy was a mess. These are the very nice things he had to say about this initiative. Watch.
Shit, now this is actually really dumb. It's used car salesman garbage. This is shit. It's shit. Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to. That is awful. That is a horrible goddamn direction. That's awful, dude. No, eat my entire ass. The level of stupid that I just had to receive was like sitting on Twitter for 12 hours. This
No, yeah, according to him, this is the worst thing that's ever been made by humanity. Like, this is, like, oh my god, you'd think that this is actually going to end gaming as we know it. But it's not. It's seeking to do the opposite.
shit
Yeah, how
sucks.
is this bad?
That's a really
I don't-
stupid-ass move. That's an incredibly stupid-ass move. I think this is ass. This is complete garbage. All of this can eat shit then. I dropped the mask entirely.
In his very professionally level-headed video, he says this.
It's incredibly important to me that we keep making games and that the next generation has the tools to do so that our medium doesn't die out.
But that's exactly what Stop Killing Games wants to do. The whole point of this initiative is for this medium to not die by allowing so many games to become lost media. And yet, this is what Pirate Software was saying about this whole thing.
I think live service games getting sunsetted is fine. I've always thought that. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, at this point, just no.
I find it so cute when Mugen just laughs in the middle of his own video half the time. He's just laughing. He's just like, what the fuck is this guy saying?
Got himself back, bro.
No comment. When he would start receiving quite a bit of backlash, of course, now there's more dislikes, but when it first released, I'd say 30% of the like to dislike ratio was dislikes. He made this pinned comment, outlining some points that don't really help his very aggressive reaction that came out of nowhere, and then ended it with a quotation saying he won't even talk to Ross, who is the founder of Stop Killing Games. To which he replied with, correct. I think his position is disingenuous due to his comments about how this could be pushed through government. It's a bad direction, removes validity for what the initiative is trying to do, portrays the process in an incorrect manner, and just builds sensationalism. Thinking that kind of language is okay puts him squarely on my not worth it to talk to list, as there are others that could have a more productive conversation. So what he's talking about is this slide here. This one slide in the entirety of this initiative is the only reason why he refuses to talk to Ross. It says, reasons the European Citizens Initiative could pass. Politicians like easy wins. Politicians mostly don't care about video games. The law is already unclear on this practice. The initiative is in line with other consumer policies. It's a diversion from more serious topics. Now, according to Ross, this was a half-truth, half-joke slide. And I think that's how a normal person would view it. I don't think it was tone deaf in any way, but it angered the hell out of Pirate Software for some reason. I don't know why. Some people theorize that it's because he got close to Ludwig, and together they founded the games publisher Off-Brand Games.
Off-Brand Games! We were thinking about we were trying to figure out what the name of the company was earlier. Yep.
The initiative came out, they were in the process of releasing a live service multiplayer game. So there was definitely some sort of a conflict of interest here. Regardless, this European Citizens Initiative had a 1-year deadline.
Okay, just to speak a little bit on that, they're talking about Rivals of Aether 2, I think, in regards to that situation. But Rivals of Aether 2 is like, it's a platform fighter. So you guys know Smash Bros. It's like that, right?
Okay.
And it's the same style of fighting game in that regards. Like, it's a platform fighter. And that one, you do have to play online to like play with people and everything, right? Like, that's just kind of how the game works. But at the same time, these, like, the amount of love that Ludwig has for that game is that if they ever took that server down or had to because it wasn't profiting, they would let fans put those servers back up. Because the whole point of why people like the first Rivals of Aether, which by the way, I've played that game before and I really like the first Rivals of Aether. I haven't really played the second one though, is that people would add their own characters. And even one of the characters that got added into the game, like one of the first like characters that got added into the game for like DLC ones that were kind of cool, which was completely free, was one that was made by the community, right? So they're very community oriented.
Okay.
So it's like, they're the kind of game where if you even shut down their server as someone who's hosting it, the community would come together and they would host their own server. And I think that's completely fine. Because if you're no longer profiting off of it and you plan on letting it die, let people host it. Let other people pick up the tab then and pay for it, right? And like, that's all this initiative is. It's like, hey, just give people like the right, if you're gonna like kill off the game anyways, to like just not let it fully die.
Let them
right?
have their own server. Let them, 100%.
And so in addition to that, it's like, or put it in a state where you can just at least still access the game and not even be able to log on to it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's like just consumer right. You purchase something, you should be able to have access to it, right? Or do something about it.
Yep.
And
100%.
it being skewed in the way that Pirate Software is disgusting. Because he's basically being like, oh, they're saying that we have to keep a game live even after it's like not profitable. And like, then we have to find a way to make it so that you can play it offline. No one said that. No one says you have to find a way to make it playable offline. It could still be a purely online game. Just give the community the aspects and the property rights that they're able to actually do something with it. Like public domain that shit.
Someone who's
do something.
wants to come off as an intelligent man and, you know, is smart. He's really, he's really fucking dumb.
I want you to keep in mind, YouTube viewers, this is the same guy who didn't know what a beaver was.
But you get, but even I would understand.
He also didn't know what storming the beaches of Normandy even meant. All right, this motherfucker didn't know about D-Day. Don't do this to me right now. We already did the World War II video. We talked about D-Day.
Storm underneath of Norman. Oh, yeah, I still don't remember that.
Okay,
but anyway.
right? And he's calling this guy dumb. So I want you to realize where we are.
Though.
No, I 100%. I'm agreeing with you, Don.
That's
right?
so mad. How can you see it? Anyway.
Anyways, you're my icon, and I love that you know what beavers are now.
I wanted to throw fists of him from the WoW incident. So, you know.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that it just keeps going and doesn't end. And like there's still stuff to this day that they're like diving back on and like discovering.
Yep.
It just keeps going.
The one that I don't think Mugen really discussed that much of was about like his like, I think it was like the oh, I'm so sorry, the word's failing me right now. It's the one where it's like the coding conference where it's about it's cryptography, like the cryptography, like when he won with his team and stuff like that, and like each year they're going like enter into competitions and stuff. There's like a whole like scandal about that too, where he like lied about it, saying how one year they gave him a secret mission to do on his own with his own team that was separate from everybody else. Like just
pathological liar.
It's so bizarre, man. He just has the most main character syndrome known to man. Listen, I know my role in this life. I'm Don's side character. I'm the quirky, bitchy side character in Don's life. I know my role, right?
Wait,
that motherfucker is the sweet protagonist who's just doe-eyed and happy, right? Like, we know where we stand here. So, like,
what just happened here?
You're like what? What?
What's going on? Where's my beans?
Beans on toast in it.
Automatically closed on the 31st of July, 2025. And by the end of June, it barely had 500,000 signatures, which meant it had no hope of ever reaching 1 million, or so it seemed. This was until Accursed Farms, the channel owned by Ross Scott, would release a video titled The End of Stop Killing Games. It's an hour-long video that kind of reminds us what this initiative is about, how we got here, the feedback and criticism he's received, the changes he's made, and of course the majority of the video is him responding to Pirate Software's very aggressive criticisms. Most of the clips of Pirate Software crashing out over the Stop Killing Games initiative were actually from this video. Ross addresses every single one and ended up, whether intentional or not, making Pirate Software look like a clown who had no idea what he
scary.
was talking about. This video almost has 1 million views, and many people watched it. Some of those people happen to be way bigger content creators than Pirate Software, and seeing that this very important initiative was very close to failure, tried their best to bring as many people as possible to sign it. For example,
Good.
Moist Critical talked about it, and his videos at over 3.5 million views. Hell, even Jacksepticeye talked about it on his second channel, and the video is sitting at over 1 million views. People understood that this initiative wasn't just a good thing for video games, it was integral to ensure its survival for the future. Hell, even Minecraft creator Notch had something to say about it, tweeting, "Hey guys, just got back to gaming after a brief break. Wait, why is there a nepo baby doubling down over there?" Adding, "If buying a game is not a purchase, then pirating them is not theft." This
Facts.
Bro,
Facts.
the creator of fucking
No, that's
Minecraft.
facts though. That's facts though.
So based. So
If buying a
based.
game ain't a purchase, pirating them is not a theft. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Be cooked.
truly solidified the position of Pirate Software in the
I
Hall
will
of
say
Fame.
that.
It was undeniable at this point. His stupidity had made an entire movement succeed, just purely on the basis of him being so unaware of what was going on. He lacked
Right,
the most
like, that's
basic
so
form of self-awareness.
dumb.
Thanks to that, the Stop Killing Games
Oh,
initiative
1
not
point,
only
damn.
reached 1 million signatures,
Out
but is
of
currently
spite.
at over 1.3 million in overdrive. About to reach 1.4 million anytime.
So they had to
with
talk
the UK
about it.
petition reaching double the signatures required.
Come
He
on,
even had a
UK.
Vice President of the European Parliament voicing
Sorry.
support for this initiative and signing the petition himself while urging other Europeans to do the same. This initiative gained so much traction that a publisher group full of the biggest publishers
Not
on the
Blizzard.
planet, including EA and Ubisoft, for example, responded
suck.
saying that these proposals would curtail developer choice and that it was unsustainable and unfeasible. In other words, they were very scared that this could actually pass. Being a gamer myself, I wish this initiative the best of luck in Parliament, and I truly hope it passes. When I buy a digital game, I'd like to know that I actually own it and that I won't be taken
Yeah.
away from me at any
Yeah,
given
facts.
moment.
Yep.
But while
Facts.
this
I'll spend my
initiative was
money.
gaining a lot of positive attention, Pirate Software, on the other hand, was gaining all
boy.
the negative attention. He's
Yeah.
currently bleeding over 10,000 subscribers daily on his YouTube channel
Oh,
and has
shit.
currently lost a massive chunk of his viewership on Twitch. I mean, look at these numbers. He used to
Whoa.
peak 15,000 concurrent viewers and is now down to 5,000. That's 1/3 of where he used to be.
That's
7
still so
months ago.
much, though.
And that's
Fuck's
without
sake.
mentioning all the followers he's been losing. I mean, look at this, minus
Wow.
50,000 just in July. Additionally, this renewed scrutiny has prompted many YouTubers.
Keep
like
in mind though, is that like even if he has 5,000 viewers, he's someone who has like 1.1 million followers on Twitch, right?
Dang.
So it's like in comparison, it's like they aren't really fucking with him, right? Like just to
Yeah,
put in
yeah,
like
yeah.
perspective too, right? Is that like I average between 800 to 1,200 viewers per live stream, right? And then like I peak at around like 1,600, and then I dip down to the lowest right about being like 600 if I'm doing like a really shitty game, right? So it's like, but in comparison to my followers, is that I only have like 79,000 followers, right? Right. So it's like the ratio does also matter, which means that people are choosing to not tune into him. They prioritize other people over him now. Even loyal viewers are now choosing other people over him, which is why it makes it, the dip means so much more by losing 2/3 of his audience.
Right.
Because the big thing for him was is the people who watched him were very loyal to watching
loyal,
him.
and now even the loyal ones are like, yeah, I can't defend you anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Coding
That's fair.
Jesus and Slop News Network to analyze the code that he writes on stream, concluding that a child, a literal toddler, can probably do a better job. Seriously, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Because, of course, instead of just apologizing, taking a step back, taking the L for once, admitting you made a mistake, maybe taking some advice that Dr. K
God,
gave
what did
you,
he do?
would triple down or quadruple down. I guess I
my
can't even
God,
keep track at this
again.
point and make this post, saying the most interesting narrative is that my video somehow killed the initiative. This graph shows that the initiative already had a downward trend in interest when my videos dropped. My videos do not seem to have had any impact on the movement at all. Making me the villain did though. Best of luck with your next steps. So at this point, I can't help but be impressed how much he's willing to die on hills that don't matter. People aren't even tracking cumulative signatures and daily signatures. They just understood that this initiative is worth fighting for. It's very important for the longevity of games as a medium, and that you, with your massive platform, not only criticized it very aggressively, thinking that this was going to be an easy win that made you out to be a genius, but urged all your audience, all your strong community to not sign it when they were telling you to sign it initially. That's how you even found out about the initiative. He would then later tweet this, saying, I am no longer working at Off-Brand Games. People were attacking all of the games we were publishing and trying to mass review bomb them. You can dislike the things I say, but this kind of behavior is unhinged.
He's a liar! They didn't review bomb the games, by the way. They didn't review bomb the games. He's a fucking liar. That's the stupid part. He's like, oh my God, just because I work at Off-Brand Games, I have to step down because you guys are review bombing the game. No one did. Like, God, he just keeps lying. He breathes, he lies, he sleeps. Like, God.
Learned a lot there, accomplished a lot, hope they succeed regardless, loved those dudes and loved working with them, hope they keep cooking. Ludwig would reply to this, saying, stop killing games is a good initiative, but a few bad actors review bombed / harassed developers of the games we support at Off-Brand Games. Appreciate Thor stepping down for the betterment of the devs and their games, to which he would get community noted. The note said, Rivals of Either 2 has not been review bombed. Verifying this is as easy as opening the Steam page and looking at the graph of reviews.
Exactly!
You go to the game, scroll down, and look at the graph that shows review trends. We can very clearly see that there's no review bombing going on.
What?
If anything, there's positive bombing. Look at all these positive reviews in June. But hey, anything to be the victim, right? In fact, the guy became such a victim that I think he started losing his mind. He started comparing his current situation with the Stop Killing Games initiative to Coney 2012.
Dude, I just think I just lost brain cells. I didn't even hear of this part. I'm so done. I'm so done. Don, do you know what Coney 2012 is?
No.
I have a. I'm showing you the internet historian video about Coney 2012. It's one of those moments in time where you had to be there to experience what the internet was like during that time, because it was so iconic. But don't worry, because internet historian has got you covered. He has a video on it.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. So we will definitely react to that. I'm so excited.
Dude, no, I'm sorry. This is a full-fledged, fully developed and evolved lolcow. There's no way you can say this while being self-aware. It's impossible. And after months of complaining about people brigading and harassing him, he does the same exact thing to Coding Jesus. He would leave a comment on his code review video and would then link his comment to his chat so that they can go upvote it in an effort to ratio the video itself. Like, how petty is that? Come on, man.
Do you make a link to it? You have to click on the little...
See, I only do that for my friends' YouTube videos, where I will go tell my community to go write a bunch of comments on their videos. Like, for example, I sent my community to Fax's Minecraft video to harass him to upload the Madagascar reaction. And they commented over 120 times in the span of like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was quite a few.
On the bright side, though...
Did you upload it?
We'll get there.
No, okay.
They will come again. They will be in hordes. We'll select a video at random. It will be fun.
Oh God!
So, at least it's in a positive way, where you get
harassment. There's a difference.
Yeah, it's not harassment because you get good engagement, and they're all very nice, and they just give me yummy content. Give. You know, they're very sweet.
6 hours edited. Aha! So that doesn't seem to do it. Oh, do I have to right click on this and then copy link address, and then do that? Is that what does this? Ah, it does highlighted comment. There we go. Boop. There's my comment on it. Enjoy. And I also have a whole argument with a whole bunch of people in the replies in there so they can see what's going on with it. I talked to them through the entire thing of why I did that all in an array, because that is not normal practice to do that, and it's specifically so that you guys can reverse engineer the game and solve the ARG. Sometimes doing bad practice has meaning, which is...
Whatever, man. He later deleted this VOD because this literally breaks YouTube TOS. This breaks every aspect of terms of service when it comes to brigading and harassment. And at this point, can this get any worse? Yes. He'd be asked about his opinion when it comes to Stop Killing Games finally reaching 1 million signatures, and he said, I'm going to be honest with you. I hope that your initiative gets everything that you asked for, but nothing you wanted, and I'll leave it there. See, if I was 12 years old, I would have probably thought this was really cool, but now it's just edgy beyond cringe. But listen, as much as this was a ridiculous roller coaster ride on the Lolcow Express, someone did end up asking him, hey man, would you consider making an apology video, setting everything straight? Because you know what? This is still salvageable. You can still redeem yourself. And here's what he had to say.
Put up a video saying you were wrong with every situation and the internet move on. I am not doing that. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, simply bend the knee and lie about how you feel, and everyone will stop bullying you. That's a great idea, dude. Yeah, no, eat shit.
Oh, my
This
God.
guy is so hopeless, man.
Oh my
Now,
God.
I will say this because I'm sure this will appear in the comments. Yes, I'm aware that Pirate Software is a massive furry, and I'm also aware that he was legally married to someone, and during that marriage, he got in contact with one of the Kickstarter backers of Earthbound, the game he's working on, and started a very inappropriate 18+ relationship with them while being married. Yes, he committed adultery. The reason why I didn't mention this in the video is because it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. If he had just apologized during the WoW Classic incident.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, if someone like cheats on their partner and shit like that, I'm not really gonna give a fuck because that's between them and their relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only gonna care if it's like a minor or someone, but it's like this wasn't. They were
A
adults,
minor. Sorry, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
like they're adults
yeah.
in this one, and
Is
like,
what is he cheated.
But I did read the messages, and they're very cringe though, which is the only thing I
really?
actually like. Yeah, so like he's like so like Pirate Software got mad at like the other furry and was like, dude, I heard that you were having like sexual relations with 2 other people. What the fuck? Which is like,
What's an asexual relationship?
it's like it could be like sexting, it could be like phones or Discord, it could be so many different things. This is so uncomfy. It could be doing it in Second Life. It could be anything. It's just, I don't
In
really
Second
know.
Life?
Which is the game that he used to make furry avatars for. It could be like I don't know. It's yeah, very interesting because he's very possessive. Meanwhile, he was married at the time, so it was very strange. But at the same time, it's like, again, adults consenting. It is like that's just messy relationship drama.
Yeah.
So I'm never gonna like really give that much of a fuck about it. I just care about the other stuff because I think it's fucking hilarious how crazy he is. But again, like relationship shit, I just don't really give a fuck that much. Like the only times I've really cared about relationship drama was like the doctor disrespect stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, because that was like, again, a minor through Twitch whispers. So like that's what I care is like if it affects the youth, then I'm like, okay, fuck off, right? Other than that, it's like whatever.
This coming out wouldn't have done anything to him because guess what? Most of these messages involved 18+ roleplay, but more specifically, furry roleplay. Yes, they would literally say to themselves, pets you, nuzzles you, plays with your tail, and then get, more 18+ into it. Yes, most people couldn't even read 1 page of chat logs because of how cringy it is. So I'm so convinced it wouldn't have done anything to his reputation. It's meaningless to talk about. But if you're interested, you can check out this video by Fearful Tears titled Pirate Software.
Every time I ask you guys, when are we collabing next? I'm going to go, nuzzles you.
Oh, hell no.
Blocked.
Hello?
Blocked.
No, this is your bulgy wulgy.
Software, the most delusional Twitch streamer. Look, Pirate Software is a lesson, not just in content creation, but in quite literally anything. Normal people make mistakes, and geniuses make mistakes too. We're all human. Admitting that you make a mistake isn't you admitting that you have a weakness. No, on the contrary, never admitting that you're wrong is a weakness in itself because it shows how insecure you are, how fragile of an ego you have. And it'll only make people want to avoid you. I mean, what's the point? Pirate Software is the stupid person's definition of a genius, and he managed to ride that wave for a little while. But now the party's over, and he only has himself to blame. He'll still be a
100%.
content creator, he'll still have a sizable audience, but he'll never be able to touch the sky like he did at the end of 2023. And they're never coming back unless he finally humbles his dumbass. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the entire video up until the end. I really appreciate it.
I think they're never coming back.
Soon. Yeah, I love you so much. Mwah.
What a great video.
Again, the amount of love I have for Mugen is so high. He like does so much research, he puts so much care into it, and he also adds his own personality. It's not like you're watching just a video essay or something. He puts so much of his own personal personality into it that just feels so good. His coverage is so great, so much love to him.
You see, WoW,
yeah,
it's not just PvP.
It's not just PvP, yeah. There is PvP, but it's not just PvP.
Like, was it just the hardcore mode where you go fight dungeons with your friends, or is that just game itself?
Okay, so in WoW, like there's like kind of like for almost any MMO, just kind of explain MMOs as a whole, is that like open world MMOs, you kind of go around, you like fight things called like mobs, so like little like enemies and stuff to build XP, to get higher levels.
Yeah,
the more you get higher levels, the more that
World of Warcraft.
Yep. The more that you do that, the more that you can like enter into different like dungeons, domains, things like that in general, depending which game you're playing. It has different names across the board, right? And like things like that can help like get you better gear, better yields, or better like rates of drop rates and stuff like that too, depending which game you're playing. And then there's also PvP like aspects as well that you can play in as well.
We might have to do a WoW stream. Stream? Video.
I thought you know what's crazier is that during Fax's stream, someone in his chat goes, so when are you guys doing League of Legends? And Fax is, I would only ever do it for Bed Rot Besties. And I was like, I'd rather die, but I'm so down.
Wait, so is League of Legends also the same as WoW in terms of MMO?
Not even close. Not even close.
Is League of Legends just pure PvP?
So League of Legends is pure PvP, but it's called a MOBA. So it's like a multiplayer, like online battle arena. So basically it's 2 teams of 5. When you play Destiny, have you ever played that game mode where it's like 2 teams against each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through PvP or just...
Yeah, through PvP. Through PvP.
Yeah.
Literally that, right? But you're just playing characters on a map. And the difference is that you have to like build gold income by killing small monsters, but also killing the enemy and then advancing your troops forward, basically. But the games only last like 30, 40 minutes. And once it ends, right? Same as you would for like other games you play.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but MMOs are more like you have one character, you play it whenever you want to, you play it all the time. You can jump into like a little PvP session, but you're mostly going to play like, and there's like PvP combat zones in certain games as well, depending. Yeah.
I feel like we should just start off with a hardcore WoW.
Just full send it right then.
Just full send it. I've got no mana.
Wait, I thought we only had 1 mage. We have 2.
I'm just saying, guys, if you just let me know what I need to do, let me know.
Evocation, bro. Where's your mana?
There's one clip that I saw, which I would love if we pulled up. It was where he was talking to his dad about he didn't remember his dad's birthday and he would not take any accountability.
Oh my god, do you have that clip? You can just give it to me right now. I'll put it up. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, he didn't message his dad happy birthday, and he was telling his dad, bullshit, I totally messaged you happy birthday. He said happy birthday. He goes, no, you didn't. And he goes, oh yeah, I did it 1 year ago. Does it still count? The dad who got him the job, the dad he still talks to, and the dad he fucking ignores clearly. So messed up. So messed up. Dude, I can't even imagine.
Wow.
I'll just wrap up the video here, folks. So thank you so much for watching. We will catch you guys later. Thanks for your love and support always. Again, please do not send harassment or anything towards Pirate Software on our behalf. Keep things contained to the comment section here. I don't care if you want to dog on somebody in a comment section here. Just don't do it in somebody else's business and target somebody else. That's just mean. Don't do that.
Let's just all be friends.
I ain't saying all that now.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Oh, why can't we be friends?
All right, we'll catch you later, besties. BRB.
Toodaloo.